Uh, all right, y'all. What's the deal? It's the boy Dwayne McClain at Dwayne McClain TV. Welcome to Don't Get Tucked In interviews. And I got the legend, the one and only Armchair Revolutionary back in the building. He got some things to get off his chest. He didn't like how y'all was coming at him, like he didn't know what he was talking about. So he said he about to clear everything up. And he's about to shut all this shit down. He's about to be breaking down a whole lot of stuff, man. So Armchair, and introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Armchair Revolutionary. Thanks for having me, Dwayne. And yeah, a lot of haters. I don't feed the trolls. A lot of haters last time, but man, what are they doing? They ain't dropping no knowledge. So anybody can hate on anybody. They're doing some real work. Like people hate
Right.
on you, people gonna hate on me, and just because they have the little trolls, pathetic little trolls in the basement want to hate on somebody and not contribute nothing to society. So hey, it is what it is. But yeah, man, I think that one. I kind of want to talk about be more controversial, talk about the things we disagree on.
Mm-hmm.
Like you like for the most part, I do like him too a little bit, but I know he's deep down as an Illuminati puppet, Jesuit puppet, Donald Trump. I
Right.
feel that he need to be exposed for what he is
All
because
right. Yeah,
what do you feel about?
exposing, man. So you saying you feel like he's down? I feel like he is part of him, but like I said, I feel like he's on another side to where because the side that was running everything, they really want to destroy shit. The side that he's working for another agenda. So that's what I feel like.
Man, I feel like this right here because I feel like they do it in cycles, man. I think they the two wings of the same bird. And there's also a famous meme of that where it shows a pyramid walking with 2 feet. One's Democrats, one was Republican, and it's like no matter which one, each one represents the tyranny of the fucking government. So I think Donald Trump he's there to sell you the lie that he's down for us little dudes, us broke regular people. You're ex-military. I can just say I'm in the middle. I'm not gonna say details, but I'm in the military. So we're at these little. He feel like, oh, he's for us, whatever. And like he not really down with us, man. He's there to sell us that lie because he's charismatic. He got that fake winning on his head, but he's charismatic. And the boy was down with. He has multiple photos with like Jeffrey Epstein and shit like that. The known pedophile pimp that they tucked in, and they want to act like it was a suicide.
But that was like he only had him like one period. Like Jeffrey Epstein came to his hotel party, and they had like one pictures, and that was it. They wasn't really tight like how it was with like the Democratic Party.
But yo, I know that. But he went to. I thought he went to the fucking place. Let's look this up
Went
because
to
I
the
swore,
island.
yeah, he went to that fucking island with them. How close were they? We can't trust the media, but I know they were pretty tight. Like it wasn't just that one photo. Like I know they took a photo of them and their girls one time, but supposed girls, whatever they are. But I know he went to the island one fucking time, man. I should have researched it better, but we're gonna do it ad lib, man.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, oh, Trump was banned. This is we can't take this with a grain of salt, but CNBC says Trump banned. Fuck, damn it! They don't want these no good motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they want to ad blocker. Trump banned Jeffrey Epstein from a Mar-a-Lago after sex criminal hit on member's daughter. Book claims, but I don't know if they're just trying to paint Trump as a hero because
What you think his whole end game is? If you feel like he
he's
worked with
down
the
with the boys.
boys.
I understand. Yeah, he's down with the boys. He's there to sell us a lie. He's not down with the boys, but he's down with the boys 100%. The boys are so smart, man. They play chess, not checkers. If you
Right.
ever play, if you know how to play chess, you'll set yourself up to where you look like your king's vulnerable, and then you're fucking playing the game. But I knew a dude that was one of my main battle buddies from basic. He was looked stupid, super good at chess. Would set himself up to where he think he's vulnerable. Bam, hit you with the fucking checkmate. So he sets himself up and is playing like he's down with us when really he's down with the boys. It's not like they're blood and Crips up there. They all one gang. And they might be Scottish Rite or from they're Jesuits and Catholics. They act like they're enemies, but they're really Jesuits are part of the Catholic Church. So they are down with them. He's down with the boys 100%, in my opinion. Like you can see it run. His Trump Tower is 47 stories tall, and that's a sacred number to Freemasonry. I don't want to get long-winded, but sacred number Freemasonry due to it is the 47 problem of Euclid and the 47 degrees of the Masonic compass. But I get that from watching Zach Hubbard.
Right. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. What I see with Trump, man, is like how I look at it is like the Democrats, they really on that satanic crazy shit, and I don't think Trump camp is really sacrificing kids like that. At least he ain't been exposed yet. When Hillary Clinton, have you seen what's his name, Joe Biden's emails?
No, I've heard that he has some crazy emails, and he's known for touching kids. Though he
Man,
known for touching kids.
His emails is crazy, like, but they ain't crazy
Even
as Hillary.
Obama had crazy emails. Obama was speaking the code language. Like he said something, I can't say it verbatim, but he had an email where he said, "I got a hot dogs at night," and it was like a crazy time of the night. And he's saying about hot dogs.
He said he wanted $20,000 or $60,000 in hot dogs,
which is a code word for baby peanuts, basically. Yeah. That's some crazy shit, bro. They some sick motherfuckers, man. They all need to be weighted up. Drill, man. They 47 need to be weighted up. Everybody in there need to be weighted up. But I think that Trump, the Ruggers, man, they're down with them boys too. You had George Bush's father, known ravenous homosexual pedophile. So the Ruggers are just down.
Trump dad was the one who came out and said the New World Order on TV. He said that.
That's Trump's dad or Bush's dad?
Bush's dad, not Trump's dad.
Bush's dad. Yeah, Bush's dad. Yeah, the 1990, man. He said New World Order. But we're gonna be successful, and we will be. It's all that creepy shit. And he's the one that set up the JFK assassination, bro. I brought that the first time. He's the one that orchestrated that shit. If you look that shit up, like it's very hard to find that shit information. But if you look at it,
there was a lot of different aspects of who tried to take out JFK. The mafia was trying to take out JFK.
Yeah, there's a convergence, man. Even Corbett Report brought that up. If you watch Corbett Report, the bald, nerdy white dude that does good, true journalism, he says it's a convergence of different agendas. You have the mob, you have Jimmy Hoffa at the time with the mob, you have you have the vice president Lyndon Johnson, evil Texas scumbag. Lyndon Johnson had an ex-Marine hitman. This is all fact. You can look. His name was Mac Wallace. He was an ex-Marine Corps hitman. Marines are crazy. Ex-Marine Corps hitman that would whack anybody. Good old Texas boy would whack anybody Lyndon Johnson told him to whack. And he went to jail, and then he would go to jail for the whacking the dude. You know what I mean? You just here in time. We just started, bro. The guy in the comments says, "How late am I?" He's like, "No, you just in time, bro. We just getting started." Yeah, we just getting started. But 7 minutes on, only 7 minutes. But that Mac Wallace, he would whack a person. I forgot. I think he whacked a cop. I think I saw this information on like a while ago. But he would whack somebody and get bailed out of jail by Lyndon Johnson. That's how deep he was in. He could whack somebody like Agent 47. Like he real life Agent 47 and then just get right out of jail because he's on with them boys heavy. So they got the vice president in your pocket, or you're his main hitman. He can do whatever. And so he was probably a trigger man on the Dow Tech building.
But you don't think that it was weird how they what was the dude that who took the fall for killing
Lee Harvey Oswald? Yeah.
Yeah, you don't think it was weird when he was saying that I'm a patsy.
That was what happened with Lee Harvey. What my theory is, a lot of people, researchers say this is the theory on JFK to break JFK down. We got an hour. So what happened was he was a little guy, Marine Corps private, right? Gets out the Marine Corps. The CIA recruits him and says, "We need you to infiltrate the communist Russia and pretend to be a communist, that you just defect to communism." So he goes with the CIA and said, "Yo, you get an opportunity from the CIA, you're gonna just a young white kid like that, he's gonna take it." He's a total brainwashed by the military, totally believe in America. He does this shit, goes to Russia, and then just goes to the Russian embassy and says, "I want to renounce American citizenship." Doesn't actually do it, but just makes a display so a lot of Russians see him do that shit. Comes back to America, speaks fluent Russian, and then marries a Russian woman like Donald Trump did, and then he's slowly recruited to be placed to work at the book depository. And he's not told his true mission. His mission he's told to is that he's there just to pretend to be a communist, kind of like an undercover cop, undercover 5-0, where you pretend to be a communist, like a guy, get another black dude, pretend to be a gangbang, pretend to sell drugs, and he's like, "Oh, this is my boy," but the entire time he's undercover, just like what he was doing. All the entire time he get up, see who the communists in Texas are, and recruit them like the Black Panthers, recruit them, and he thought that was his mission. Let alone his whole mission was to be the fall man for the JFK assassination and the whole fabrication of him in the book depository with the worst rifle known to man called the Carcano, which is it's called the Carcano is such a bad rifle. It's known to be the humane weapon. If you know about guns, man, the bullet. Have you ever seen my dad has one piece of shit rifle. You see the bullets look all terrible and look all weird. Don't you look aerodynamic compared to a Mauser, compared to a 308 American. The bullets are very pointy and aerodynamic, blow your shit up. And actually what happened was JFK, which see about JFK assassination, what actually happened was the fatal shot came from the grassy knoll. And it was a guy, undercover cop from the grassy knoll. A lot of witnesses saw this. There's a black guy. He's a country black guy that tells the truth about it because he doesn't give a fuck on YouTube. He's hard to find him, but he sounds like an old country Southern black man. He sounds like Foghorn Cranehorn, basically. But he exposed it. It was like, I saw it as a 10-year-old. Yo, I saw a cop raise his rifle up, use the fucking fence as you've been in the military, use that to hold your rifle. And so, yeah, the fatal shot came from that rifle, was an experimental rifle pistol carbine. So it was a rifle with no stock on it, a single shot Remington. But it was an experimental round at the time. It was high technology in 1963 because it was an explosive round. It was an early fragmenting round, like how they have been, like now they make 9mm and they fragment on impact and just blow your shit up. You're dead. You cannot be saved. So when that shit hit him, that's why you see in the Zapruder film, even though it's heavily doctored, you see his shit blow up out the back. That was because that was they were just shooting him basically maybe hollow points, maybe just FMJ, typically from the other rooftops. They were killing him, but what killed him instantly, and that was in the autopsy, what killed him instantly was the fragmenting round from the front. And so when that hit him, that made him go back to the left, and his brain blew out the back of his head. That's why it's explosive.
You know what I think the most funny part about that is that they've been selling the story about a magic bullet for like 40 years. It's like, yo, it was a magic bullet. Like, that lets you know people will take anything the world gives them.
Exactly. And the whole magic bullet thing is just to cover up the fact there's multiple shooters. That's all they're trying to get you to believe. They want you to believe there was just Lee Harvey from one direction, a terrible shot angle. And the movie JFK exposed, the movie actual 1991 classic movie JFK exposed that terrible angle. Because Oliver Stone, he's in Hollywood, but he's been blacklisted for making those movies that tell the truth about what really happened. So when they went to Kevin Costner's character goes into the book depository. He's a real life country lawyer who sued the government for killing JFK. There's a true story. So he goes to the book depository. He's like, a terrible angle. The tree would have been blocked. It's Texas. So the Texas winter, I think you live in the South. Well, even it's even warmer in Texas than even where you live at. I think North Carolina, they tell your audience that. So that's cool. But in Texas, I'm originally from there. So all I'm going to say is that. So I know the weather in Texas is always pretty much gets mild during like November, but it's not harsh. So people from New York doesn't understand that. So people up north don't understand that. The tree would have been in full bloom because it was an evergreen tree. It would have blocked the shot to shoot JFK clearly. If you're a real madman sniper, just a lone gunman trying to kill JFK, it was the worst position you could have taken. Because by the time JFK he would have been way further down the road because the Dow Tech, where the grassy knoll, perfect killing shot when he was at that place, and the Dow Tech buildings, they had the Army, and back in them days, the Army and Marine Corps were set up. We would think that they were ex-Army, ex-Marine Corps snipers, and they was in the real Army and Marine Corps set up, triangulate your ass, and they're shooting at you with 3 gunmen at least, so you're dead. So they make sure you're dead. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to triangulate fire, shoot you all in the head, and you're out of there. And then the final nail in the coffin to make sure he died was the police sniper on the grassy knoll. So the fact the media has done a great job of demonizing the grassy knoll when that's actually who actually killed him was on the grassy knoll. So it's just amazing how they can just flip reality and make you believe that, like 9/11,
it was a magic bullet, or even 9/11. I feel like 9/11 is even worse. Like,
it's all even worse and more. Multiple people died, thousands of people died, and it's obvious that a plane cannot make a building collapse no matter what you do. Like a propeller. I'm sorry. Let me go. I'll just say this real quick. A propeller plane hit the Empire State Building in like the 1930s and didn't do shit to it, and it killed the pilot, of course. But it didn't do shit to it. And even though it was a lower velocity plane, so even I don't believe planes even hit the towers. We can get into that, but even planes did hit the towers. There was a plane. Planes are light because they're planes. They're light for their size. They're not like a fucking 18-wheeler, which are heavy. A plane is light, man. So they're
hollow.
aluminum. They're hollow. They can be to carry, especially like one of the minutes you carry people that are light. They can carry some luggage, some people. That's it. They're very light. So it would have done minimum. It's like, it's minimum damage, and the buildings would have been fine. Even both these Muslim terrorists can both hit both these planes into these towers. It would have done minimum.
But
it would have done.
There's no way those buildings would have fell down like that, straight down.
No way, because
if you look at the outlines of it, if you go back and watch that video, the explosions and the outline, it outlines the plane. There's no way a plane would have split steel beams like that.
No way, because the plane is, like you're saying, it's aluminum. It's aluminum frame, plane. They're light to be lighter to take off, then fly around. So ridiculous, it's ridiculous. It's like saying you get hit by a kite and you fall down. A kite is light to be, and we're a predictable person. A kite's not doing nothing to us, even if it's going 50 miles per hour.
That's a great analogy. That's like the Big Show from WWE. And a paper plane hit his ass.
Yeah, exactly. And you're like, he dropped down. He's like,
he gets full paralyzed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's a good analogy.
But the Iron Sheik threw it at him. So since the Iron Sheik threw it at him, we're supposed to believe it. It's like because the Iron Sheik threw the plane at him, we're supposed to believe that it's supposed to take him down. But it's like, man, it's like, and then you have the guys, AE for 9/11 Truth. They're architects and engineers for 9/11 Truth, and they're just. Wikipedia and the media calls them, Building 7. Building 7, I was about to bring that up. But Building 7 went down. No planes hit that motherfucking man. And it's 47. It was 47 buildings tall. And there was like documents that the mayor, okay, happy birthday to you, Latu. But there was
she was saying happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday. My bad. I meant Saturday, bro. I'm a little tired, bro, because it's been a long week for me. But anyway, I was rested today. But yeah, man, I meant happy Saturday. But I'm so used to it because the other day was a dude I went to basic with his birthday. And I just thought birthday, even though
you're fine.
Yeah, I know. The people think I'm crazy. Anyway, but back to Building 7 it's 47 again, 47 buildings tall, 47 stories tall, and also the numerology of 9/11. It was the construction started in 1968 by David Rockefeller, okay, and Larry Silverstein, and that's exactly 33 years before 2001. Another sacred number to Freemasonry, 33. Right. Then you had the movie come out in 1968, 2001: A Space Odyssey, very crazy and cerebral movie about space travel where they show monkeys beginning and all that shit. So so you had a lot of shit that's a lot of calling cards, and a lot of people like Oli Damagard, a lot of people believe the Illuminati give us calling cards to not get the karmic debt from doing wrongdoing. So are they either talking to each other, or they're giving the citizens, the smart citizens like us, calling cards and let us know, we're giving you we're giving you some clues. If you're not smart enough to pick it up on it, we don't have the karmic debt to suffer detriment on planet Earth or in the next life because we're not just totally blindsiding you. So I think, but I don't know why they do it specifically. That's just a theory. But
they have to tell you what they're doing.
Yeah, there's a theory about that. There's a theory about that.
That's like part of their not religion.
Yeah, it's part of their evil religion. They're twisted, taking Egypt and twisting it.
It's like, so when they're taking over the world, they gotta let us know that they're doing it. It's like one of their rules. It's like one of their rules. Yeah.
And that's popularized by a guy named Oli Damagard. A truther. I don't know if he's shill or not, but Oli Damagard has popularized a theory of that, where he's from Sweden or some shit, but he's popularized a theory of, he's been kicked off YouTube too. I think he's on BitChute, or he's on 153news.net, but he's popularized a theory of that's what they do to get karmic debt off of them for doing wrongdoing. It's almost like almost like the Edgar Allan Poe story where he told himself to, just because he felt so guilty. But I guess they're just trying to tell themselves a light dry stitch on themselves. Yeah. No. Oh, okay. That's good. I'm glad someone's researched him and says, okay, you're saying that he's not a shill. That's good, because I don't trust anybody. And I'm hating on. I like his work. I'm just saying, we can't trust any. We can't have to be suspicious of everybody in the Truth or Moon, because there's so many shills, man. I mean, obvious shills like Richie from Boston. I think that's a guy that has an obvious shill.
What you mean? What is a shill? I never heard that term before.
You never heard shill? Well, shill, all I mean by that, you can look it up, but it's popularized by the comedian Bill Hicks. But a shill means a person who secretly is like an undercover cop. They're secretly taking big corporate money, and they're about Pied Piper leading us astray from the truth, like Alex Jones.
You think Richie from Boston down with him?
Yeah, man, he did a whole thing 5 years ago, man. Richie from Boston pretending that his computer blew up and begged for donations. How can you believe trust a guy like that, man? He pretended his computer caught on fire and begged for money from people. Now, you think a guy like that is legit on any other issue? Come on.
Well, I must not be legit because I beg for money from my father.
But you didn't lie to your audience and say your computer blew up, though. They're just gonna give you money because they like you. If they fuck with you, they just give you.
I was real as hell with it. I was like, hey y'all, look, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I want the money to buy a MacBook.
Now I fuck with that though because you keeping it real. You keeping a band. You keeping a Google. If Spider looks, they keep it a Google because that means Google means a million zeros. You keep it a Google where you just say, yo, give me some money. Like a bum came up to me and said, yo. Give me $5. All I'm gonna do is just go and if I just got paid and a bum just said to me, come to me and says, "Yo, I'm gonna give me $5. I'm gonna go smoke me a Black and Mild and get me Smith small liquor." I'd be like, "Damn, for that break, keeping it that real, bro. I'm gonna give you $5 for that shit." But
yeah,
you keep it a Google. You keep it a Google. So, but that dude lying and saying his computer blew up. So I can't trust a motherfucker like that lies to his audience like that, man.
Why do you think Alex Jones is misleading the people?
Alex Jones, he's there to Alex Jones sells you the Trump lie. Alex Jones sells you all the fear of buying his fucking buying all his fucking
merch.
Apocalyptic shit. I mean, that shit's good to be a prepper in some senses, but to live in fear, like Alex Jones, main one that sold us the lie of, if you're old enough to remember this too, we were about 10 years old at the time, but Y2K scare.
Yeah,
Alex Jones sold that shit.
I remember that. Yeah,
Alex Jones sold that shit.
Hey, be real, man. When it was counting down in 1999, it was counting down to be 2002. Was you or was you not scared?
I was not scared. Yeah, my arrow eyes. I was like, this is bullshit. I even knew back then a lot of shit was bullshit. I fell for 9/11 when it first happened, but I woke up in my teens and I realized that shit was bullshit.
I was pussy, man. When they was counting down, I was like, oh no, it's about to shut down. Shit.
Really? You bought that shit, bro? I was at home chilling, and I was like, yo, this is some bullshit. That don't even make any damn sense. How's the world war going to end? Because they're gonna think it's the year 1000 or some shit. It doesn't even make any damn sense.
But I think I do think that they were programming our minds for something like that to happen. Like,
but they're getting ready for 9/11. Also, the death of Aaliyah guy is ready for 9/11. Aaliyah died a month before 9/11, and that they killed her ass
in a plane
to get us ready for the fear of 9/11. Happened exactly a month before 9/11, or only 2 weeks before 9/11. And she died in late August 2001, and then 9/11 happens in early September 2001. So it happened like 2 weeks before that shit. So, and there's a video of Aaliyah that a guy posted, and it shows Aaliyah is in a studio, right? She's in a kind of like the precursor to the Breakfast Club, right? She's in.
Hey, take a break to shout your channel out. Somebody want to know what your channel is.
Oh yeah, man. Okay, my channel is the same thing as my name on here, Armchair Revolutionary. He probably gonna link the channel. I can give you a link to my channel real quick. It's Armchair Revolutionary, same as my fucking name on here, and I cover a lot of topics, man. But I'll just give you my fucking. I'll put that. I'll put it in our private chat. And you could just repost it to the audience.
Okay. But yeah, go ahead and say what you were saying about
Aaliyah. You look this up. I can probably post that video too because it was posted by See Through the Matrix guy. He's a brother that follows Zach Hubbard's work and kind of does his own version of Zach Hubbard's work. But anyway, so that dude posted a video where Aaliyah goes. She hears a rap song and French comes on, and she's in the studio, and she starts spazzing just crazily, shaking her head all crazy.
Yeah, I remember that. She went crazy.
Yeah, and that's like MK Ultra Mind Control. I think her handler was R. Kelly. I think was her handler, and that she put her.
I wish I could find that video because I'm putting together.
I posted because I think it's See Through the Matrix posted that. I See Through the Matrix Aaliyah. I'll probably find it under that. That was a crazy fucking video.
Yeah, man.
He says that even. So yeah, I gotta say that she looked pretty on the surface, but he say that when you start to look at Aaliyah, man, you look at her body, you're like, man, she could be one of those fucking Illuminati trainees, man.
Hey, yeah, let's talk about that because I remember I made a video and I said that Aaliyah promised me some ass when I was a kid, and one of my people in the comments was like, "Yo, Dwayne, I don't want to bust your bubble, but Aaliyah was a man." I'm like, yo, what are you talking about? So,
You're like, what are you talking
yo,
about?
like, nah, nigga, you talking about a dude who was in love with Aaliyah growing up.
Oh my god,
I was in like what? She was like
I
fourth,
remember
fifth
too, bro.
grade,
I
fighting niggas at school, fighting like, yo, we're
yeah,
picking our girls, and I was
exactly,
picking
man.
Aaliyah.
Yeah, man. And I remember when the video came on. I'm about the same age as you. I remember the video came on, and right before she died, and I saw that movie Romeo Must Die, and then I watched I just lied to my parents, said, "Go give me that movie Queen of the Damned with Aaliyah," just because I could see her dance around and shit. So in that fucking metal outfit. But yeah, man, I'm trying to find that video now, man. Where's Leah spazzes?
Yeah, she was
I
going
know.
crazy.
I just had watched it the other day, but it's too far to go back in my history. I watched like earlier this week, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I watched it again. I'm like, "What the fuck?" Because Aaliyah just fucking spazzes, bro. But I will
Man,
find that eventually. But
a lot of them be spazzing out.
Al Roker did it. Al Roker, he
Yeah,
fucking went to the cram all crazy one time and spazzed the fuck out.
have you seen these reptiles on TV?
Yeah, man. I seen what was the main guy? I think the Facebook boy.
You seen Joe Biden's eyes the other night?
I didn't watch it though, man. I watched SNL before I watched the fucking Real Deal.
I didn't see it either, but there's a guy on YouTube. He a legend, man. I need to get him on the show. His name is Net Most Wanted. He posted on his Instagram, and his Instagram, y'all go follow Net Most Wanted on Instagram. His Instagram showed the video of Joe Biden's eyes flickering, turning to that reptile shit. Like there's a big ass like whole collage of them people turning to reptiles.
At first, I was skeptical of David Icke, but the more you think about it, it could be fucking true. But we don't. I don't know if I don't jump to the crazier conspiracies at first because I don't have enough evidence to support that. But the things that we can prove is the fucking that 9/11 inside job and that these fools are descended of ancient Greek and other fucking crazy bloodlines and they doing crazy shit, man. Like, why is every celebrity gotta do Billie Eilish? She got to do the fucking crazy ass videos, and her videos are demonic as fuck. And then you gotta see, and then you got Cardi B. WAP, man. When you broke that shit down, it was blowing my mind because I don't watch that shit. So we broke down that video how crazy is satanic. You think that that music video is gonna be basically just a sexual music video and shit like that? Yeah. It's not. It wasn't even. It was like it's somewhat trying to be somewhat sexual, but it's so much Illuminati little nods in there. Right. And then you have Kylie Jenner for no reason, her fake ass, and she could be Illuminati trained to me because that bitch got so much plastic surgery, she don't even look the damn same anymore.
No.
That bitch is so fucking crazy, man.
That bitch went from no lips to lips in like overnight.
To looking like she from Ghana now. God damn.
For real, that shit was crazy as hell. But
you see my big ass lips, like, yes, they trying to get our big ass lips though, man. I'm like, we got that shit naturally though, but they trying to fake it. Like, I don't understand. Like the white man, he secretly, he's act like he hate Negroes, but then they go get tans. And then you have white girls they sneaking out dating Negroes on the low, and then and then you have I think this MGTOW covered this story where a white girl, she was a white supremacist, part of a white supremacist group in like Germany, right? She goes out and leaves that group to go fuck with black men and BBC porn. So she want to get blown out,
right? So, that's so funny.
I always say that white girls, that deep down, no white woman is. Only very few, rarely a white woman is truly a racist because if they know if Taye Diggs or John David Washington came down and said go, they gonna go, and daddy could be the leader of the Klan. If a fly brother says go, they gonna go.
Right.
So, they gonna, but a lot of times they want to do it on the low. Like, you notice with white girls, you do every day. A white girl, she want to sneak and do it on the low.
Yeah.
So she meet you in public, but is that be a small venue and no one's there and a place you don't frequent often? That's why I like.
They get a lot of shame in their community for dating out their race. Like if a white dude,
they call them mud sharks, bro. They call them mud sharks. It's fucked up because they call racist white boys call them mud sharks. And they could be dating a middle class brother like John David Washington, and they acting like they a mud shark when they're not dating the young thug type. They're dating the fly brother.
If a white dude bring a black girl home, his people are not going to look down upon him like that. It's because, when white dudes date a black girl, they get the baddest black girl. They don't get a black woman, you know what I'm saying, 2 or 3 kids.
Yeah, it's like the movie Bronx Tale, man.
They get the finest black girl.
Yeah, they go get like, what's that chick from that chick that's in that movie with called The Bathroom Wall Writing. what's her name? Taylor Russell. They go get the Taylor Russells and the bad female. Even though she ain't got a body, but her face is banging. Like
shit, when I was dating a white girl, man, she showed me a message from her people. They were like, "Why you dating a black dude?" Cause see, I'm not a social media dude, so I don't post my pictures with my females on social media. But she was, so she was posting me all on her social media, and she showed me her messages from her people. They were like, "Why you dating a black dude? Why don't you go get you a white boy or a native, Indian, you know, or even a Spanish?"
yeah, exactly.
He was calling me a nigger, you know what I'm saying? And I can tell that he was bullying her. People were bullying her in her community about dating me because I noticed our relationship started to change more and more and more as we started getting more serious. You know what I'm saying? So they go through a lot of shit with goddamn.
And they want to keep them on the low. And I know I want a special white girl when I get back, but you have to. They want to tell you that they have to coordinate it where they can they like secret agents. They got to coordinate it where they don't get caught.
Mm-hmm. So you be thinking that like a lot of these like people like Billie Eilish and them, a lot of them like industry plants, Illuminati plants.
Yeah, I think they're Illuminati plants. I think they're probably just groomed. They're told their parents are down with them boys. Like they're like it's almost like if you watch a vampire movie like Blade or something. The vampires are like the Illuminati, and then their subordinates are called familiars. You have a lot of Illuminati familiars. They're not in the Illuminati. Even Jay-Z. I don't think black men can't even join the Illuminati, and they're familiars. They just serve the Illuminati, hoping to get in, but they never get in. Like a vampire movie where a lot of vampire movies have the whole trope where they want to be a vampire, but the vampires just fucking use them as bitches and butlers, and they never they never bite them, never bring them into the fucking fold because they just view them as a bitch and don't even ever let them get jumped in. So it's like, you know, that's basically what the black men, black women in Illuminati that serve the Illuminati are. They're just fucking fall guys. And then what happened to Tory Lanez? They threw that boy to the wolves and set him up to shoot the tranny Megan Thee Stallion. So he didn't probably want to suck dick no more. And they probably so I was talking about this last night, and they're like, "Yo, you crazy?" But I'm like, "Yo, I gotta keep it a band, bro." Like,
what you think about that situation? You think I
think that was Illuminati said. I think the boy down with them boys, the Canadian branch of Illuminati. He goes because it always makes no sense. Like there's dudes in prison, there's dudes homeless that can sing better than fucking Luther Vandross. So when you see these little boys, they get these record deals. You got to say, what are these boys doing when there's so many motherfuckers with talent out here? And why do these boys make it? Why does J. Cole make it when there's 1,000 dudes that got even J. Cole is a good flow, but there's 1,000 dudes that can spit fucking as good. You know, you can spit good, but you ain't fucking hit it big. So it's like you got a lot of people that can spit and sing and they don't ever make it. And you try to apply for that shit, and then all these boys that make it, and like a lot of them I think are plants. Like Jay-Z probably down with the boys. He calls himself his thing, Rockefeller Records, a segue a little bit. But Tory Lanez, man, I think that he was down with the boys, going to Illuminati parties. I think Ali Vegas exposed that shit on Doggy Diamond one time. Yep. All the gay shit that go on, man, because they be doing, as soon as you go up and they grab your dick and shit like that. I'm going to keep it abandoned, cuss on here. So they grab your dick, and then you go in there and you start. Cat Williams exposed that shit too. You go in there and you see in the wrong room. You see the nigga getting beat down like he a woman, man. And then you're like, what the fuck? So then Tory Lanez probably didn't want to do that shit no more. He might get fucked in his ass. Maybe it's exactly that is. But he gets tired of that shit, and he's like, okay, you want to do that shit? We're gonna frame your ass for shooting Meg Thee Stallion because everybody loves Meg right now. She our little queen of rap right now. She's trying to even taking over Nicki and Cardi B. She's gonna blow out Nicki and Cardi B eventually, even though her man looking ass. Fake titty ass. I mean, her titties look okay, but they just look a nice, really nice. Cardi B has a bad boob job, but you gotta give it to Meg Thee Stallion. She has a really good boob job. Her boob job is a nice. It's all about
who. You know what? It's all about who got the best surgeon. A girl be like, you know what, girl, you look better than me, but guess what? I got the best doctor in town, bitch.
Exactly.
I got the best doctor.
Look at that, man. And look at like talk about bitches secretly liking black dick is Mia Khalifa. Mia Khalifa act like she didn't know what she was doing. When her Arab ass went over here, got a boob job, and started fucking niggas on camera.
I don't get Mia Khalifa, man. Why she trying to act like she can get rid of that background about her? Like, hey, don't bring up the fact that she did porn. Like,
that's so stupid, man. Women always try to distance themselves from. They want to do some fuck shit, and like, I mean, not saying some really fuck shit. They want to get piped down, and then want to act like on camera though. It's forever. Like if you a hoe and no one is not filmed. People just can assume that your body count's higher than a hitman, but we don't actually know. When it's on camera, your guys are marrying you. a guy, whoever the white boy that married Mia Khalifa is a simp of the year because for on camera she getting piped down by white boys, by Negroes, and they two niggas. I think she has one thing or two niggas at the same time.
You wouldn't cuff a porn star? Be real.
Hell no. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey man, look, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll be a simp because I like that freaky nasty shit. I'm a freak nigga. So, but guess what? Half of these females be doing the same shit these porn girls do.
Exactly.
90% of them, they just don't care.
The old pimps used to say in the 1970s, man, they said, don't try to turn a hoe into a housewife because she will go out, no matter how good you throw it down in the bedroom, a hoe got to get more or a hoe got to get paid for it. So a lot of these girls are just sluts and hoes. Hoes get paid, sluts do it for free. Right. A hitman does it for money, a serial killer does it for free. So it just depends on different term, but one's just doing it for money and one's doing it for they like that. They want to get, want to feel the pleasure because the woman got more fucking senses than we got. So they just a hoe. But
I don't know if I could cuff a porno girl. You know, when you think about it, like they be doing some nasty shit. Like the average girl ain't getting 100 niggas in the room to just bust on.
No, and not the whole DP. The average girl doesn't. Maybe in college she might do a little DP, and maybe in college she might give one nigga a blowjob while she's taking up the back, but that's about as freaky as they get. They don't do all the crazy shit of us getting face fucked by one nigga and another nigga hitting the back, another nigga hitting the front. Like,
not every girl doing that. Let me one of my subs like not every woman. Yeah,
I stand by it that all women are hoes. You can call the all police on that one, but I won't call the all police that all of them are doing the freak nasty, complete freak nasty. Every woman owns a dildo. Every woman's a hoe, including my mama. So.
Oh, this man crazy. Crazy, man. I'm a hoe, man. God damn. Hey. But listen, I want to touch on this topic.
Class too, bro. I'm middle class too, bro.
I want to touch on the topic, man. Who you think in the industry is a male or female, transgender or not? Hey, because I seen a picture of Big Mike. You know who Big Mike is?
Big Mike. I know Killer Mike. I don't know Big Mike.
That's Michelle Obama, man.
Oh, Michelle Obama. Yeah, of course. Michelle Obama, total Illuminati transgender. I stand by that one. That those kids are fucking were grown in or either adopted or grown in a test tube, and Obama is a known. Obama got caught with a homosexual back in 2008, 2007. A homosexual came out and said, "Yo, I sucked Obama off, and we were doing cocaine." And that nigga got tucked. He's a white boy, but he got tucked in so damn quick. He got tucked in.
They killed him.
They killed him. He died. He died in 2009, and it made no sense because. If you look that story up, I forget the dude's name. It's been years since I looked at the story. But you look at the story up, that dude got tucked in, and he was told he was a homosexual, but he was a recovering drug addict. Yeah, he's homosexual, but you expect him to maybe die like George Michael when in his 60s or something. You know, a homosexual guy, sometimes they die later in life, like George Michael or whatever. But he got tucked in the next few months later. And it was told the Illuminati. See, Obama has no power, but the Illuminati killed that man for exposing their boy was down fucking people.
But you gotta look, Obama. People don't understand the image Obama has. If you go to the average black person, you say "fuck Obama," they looking at you like, "Yo, what?"
Exactly. My mama finally woke up to Obama's lie. She finally said the other day, "It's like Obama didn't do nothing for black people when he was in office. He just, if a news story where a nigga got shot, he'll pretend to care, but nice puppy, man." But Obama pretended to care about Negroes, but didn't legalize drugs really." Didn't end mass incarceration, didn't do nothing for us, whether you were in the military or not. Don't do nothing for the black man, period. We're getting killed and shit left and right. I mean, it's not covered, man. The ones that are covered, I think, are psyops. So the real shit you don't hear about. But anyway, Obama, you look that story up where Obama, this chubby homosexual guy came out and said, me and Obama.
I seen it. I didn't know he was killed because he was talking about how they smoked crack together. And
exactly. That dude is dead.
Yeah, I ain't know they killed him.
Illuminati, man. He got killed by Illuminati a few months later. Boom, that dude was gone. That dude was tucked in. It happened right before Obama won. And then he got tucked in before the election, I think. It happened like all in 2008, I think. If I remember correctly. He got tucked in.
But you gotta look, people don't like, I'm always busting people's bubble, you know what I'm saying? I'll be quick to be like, but them ain't his kids, Michelle Obama a dude, and people don't like hearing that. But whenever I go to the hood and I say that shit, bro, I almost get shot. Guns get drawn on me. All types of crazy stuff. People look at me like,
well, Obama gives a
crazy.
lot of niggas false hope when Obama ain't one of you, nigga, because Obama is secretly, actually, Obama's real father, we believe, is a guy called Frank Davis Marshall, I believe. And that was a guy that he puts in the book in his autobiography. Obama mentions him in the autobiography, The Audacity of Hope.
Mm-hmm.
And he mentions that guy for no reason. So the run the world, okay. Well, yeah, insurance companies are they're a big power broker. I know that at least. But back on point is Obama's real father is a guy called Frank Marshall Davis, where he look at the dude, he looks like an uglier version of Obama if you look at the man. And so the guy was a communist and a known bisexual. Homosexual, bisexual. And that's how he met. He would set up sex orgies in the 1960s and do LSD and have sex with men and women in these parties. You can look those. This is all public. He wrote a book called Sex Rebel Black, where it's all about his sexual exploits in the 60s.
Hey, hold on, I gotta make an announcement. Y'all hit that motherfucking like button, man. Y'all stop playing, man. Hit the like button, man. There's 190 people here. 72 likes.
You boy, subscribe to me, subscribe to Dwayne, and hit the like button and leave a comment.
Yeah, leave a comment, man.
Everyone just calls you ugly ass niggas are crazy, you crazy tinfoil hatters. Wherever it is, leave a comment. Help his algorithm.
Yeah. What was you saying though? You were saying,
look up Frank Marshall Davis, where he's a black guy. I think he's dead now, but he was looks like Obama, and that's Obama's real father. Who really Obama's not even African. He's African American like us. He's just half African American, half white. Mm-hmm. And the mama is connected to the Ford Foundation. That's her Illuminati connection. I believe she's a Illuminati familiar. She's distantly related to Brad Pitt, a lot of celebrities, and that's his connection to the Illuminati. They will never let a full-blooded black man be president because you have to have that Illuminati connection through your mother. Typically, because Jews and Jesuits, they trace the bloodline through your mother anyway. That's how it works. Because you know who your mama is, even if she's a hoe. But so you always know who mama is. So. Hey,
you ever seen that little girl break it down that all the presidents was kin? A little 12-year-old girl broke that down.
I didn't see that video, but I already knew that. I knew there's a famous meme of that where they show George Bush is distantly related to Brad Pitt, to Obama, to all these people. There's a bubble like chart one time that went viral to like 10 years ago, showing that all these fools are related. Because we don't have a democracy, man. We just have there's no justice, just us. Like the judges say, the Supreme Court justices, 6 out of 9 of them are Jesuit or Catholic. So that's just insane. We only have Catholic population is only 25% in America.
Now you throwing the word Jesuit around. I need you to break that down.
Well, Jesuits is okay. If people don't know what Jesuit is, Jesuits are a order. They're under the Catholic Church, but they're an order called the Society of Jesus, and they have their own order in the Catholic Church. I don't fully understand it, but what I understand is that their Jesuits are under the Catholic Church, and they have their own pope called the Black Pope. And that's a whole yin and yang that the Illuminati loves. You have the white Pope, Pope Francis currently right now, that bitch boy, homosexual pedophile. And then you have the Black Pope, which is the whole contrast, yin and yang contrast. So the Jesuits are their own order under the Catholic Church. That's all it is. That's all it is. And they have their school, their famous, really expensive university in America is called Georgetown. That's where even Bill Clinton went to, Jesuit. They go to Georgetown. Very expensive, prestigious school where you can go there and do cocaine. You can go there and do whatever, go to frat parties and just live it up. But there's this quote unquote I'm doing air quotes. You can't see me. Catholic school, because celibacy and being a nice person in the Catholic Church is a joke. They're the most down.
So the Black Pope isn't black.
No, he's not black as in skin color like us. He's a white man, but he wears a black robe, so he's called the Black Pope. Because the Jesuits, the color of the Jesuits is black as the color. And secretly, they worship a black Madonna in most Catholic churches, and in Jesuit churches, they have a black Madonna and child underneath the church. And that's going back to who? Ancient Egypt, because that's where they get their religion from. So they hate the black man, but also they worship the black people. It's a crazy thing because they get their spirituality from a perversion of ancient Egypt, removing the female from the Trinity, placing it with a dove, and then making them white. That's all they did. So it goes back to that whole thing that I was talking about. So that's in the look up Walter Williams, my interview with Walter Williams, man. If y'all want to hear a real game, it's a kind of grainy in the video, but master teacher Walter Williams, best-selling book author in the black community. 2 years ago, I interviewed him on my channel back in 2018. So he broke down all this down. He broke down the Greek invasion, them taking over Africa, them taking over Egypt, making the false bullshit called Christianity with Serapis Christus. I talked about that last stream. Serapis Christus and making that into Jesus, a good-looking white man with a beard that still has because Jesus, we always see Jesus, man, like in paintings and shit. He'll always have like the solar disc behind his head. That comes from Horus of ancient Egypt because he was a sun god.
Right.
So also, you'll see go to any Christian website.
Hey, I gotta ask you this: when you ever see a white man with long brown hair and a full goatee beard, do you think he's purposely trying to look like Jesus, or is that just
but that's a classic look because they actually back in the day to stand in for Jesus, man. Leonardo da Vinci took a homosexual prostitute that was a good-looking white guy with a beard and a long hair and to stand in for Jesus. So when you're looking at Jesus, these paintings of Jesus, why does he look so effeminate and like this pretty effeminate guy looks like James Franco basically with a beard? He looks like James Franco on Pineapple Express because that's who they used to model him after, was a good-looking homosexual white man. So
somebody fucked up one day, man. We was at work and we had like this trainer come in to teach us about the new systems, and he was a long white dude with a ponytail and a full goatee. As soon as he walked in, I said, "Oh shit, they got Jesus to the trainer."
You still do that shit today, man.
He was like, everybody, and he had like this real soft voice. Like, everybody says I look like Jesus. I'm like, bro, you know what you was doing when you grew that long ass hair out.
Exactly what they be doing. Even John Wick look like Jesus. Even Keanu Reeves with long hair look like Jesus.
Nah, man, I'm gonna say that, man. But you know they come out with a Matrix 4, man.
That's great. That's crazy, bro. I can't even believe they're making it. And you know the dudes that made the Matrix? You know what's up with the dudes that directed the Matrix? You know what's up with them?
What's up?
They're both transgendered now.
What?
They went they were ugly as fuck, bro. They're transgendered, man. And they say the Matrix is a metaphor for being transgendered now.
What?
Yeah, bro, I cannot make it. Y'all think that I just harp on the gay shit?
Man, they gonna ruin my favorite movie, man.
It is, man. Look, think about the original Matrix. They wanted to put a transgender character in the original Matrix, but they cut it out the film.
But if you look at Trinity, in that movie, she didn't look like a real. She kind of looked like a dude.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Trinity
and the blonde chick switch. Originally, she was going to be a man in the real world and a woman in the Matrix, or vice versa. That's why her name was going to be Switch. She would switch off.
And she looked like a dude too. You're talking about part one, right?
The first movie. That's the main one I watch. The other two are too convoluted for me. The first one is the main one I watch. Yeah, thanks, sister, for saying that shit. But that's the main one I watch. Thanks for saying I'm still speaking the truth, because I'm trying to speak as facts. Because truth is my religion, and ancient Egypt is truth of my religion. But anyway, man. So that first movie, Switch, was going to be a transgender character in the first movie, and you see it clearly. The movie is kind of like, they're all men are wearing tight leather pants and shit like that. It's kind of even though it's not explicit, of course, but it's kind of a homoerotic movie when you look at it. The relationship between Neo and
Morpheus
is kind of homoerotic. He says this is gonna feel weird, and he sticks a thing in his head.
Yeah, hey, I didn't think about that. Like, you put a whole sharp object in somebody's brain, man. I didn't think about that.
Yep. Just do it from the front is what they want to really simulate. But it's like, yo, man, I love the Matrix, but I've seen it so many times. I'm noticing how they put all that kind of underlayer gay. It's not explicitly like Brokeback Mountain or Moonlight. You think about Moonlight, man. They want black people to be gay, so they made that movie Moonlight, man.
And you know what? Talk about that movie Moonlight, because in that movie Moonlight, that movie got like three or four Oscars.
It was,
and the movie was trash.
Exactly.
I watched that movie Moonlight. I'm like,
my brother's progressive, right? My brother's progressive, right? I'm anonymous. I'm gonna say I pirate movies. I download movies, watch them, and delete them. So back in the day when that shit came out, my brother's watching that movie. So, yo, is that movie good? It's about black guys, right? He's like, yeah. I was like, is it good? He said, yeah. This no good nigga didn't tell me it's just some gay porn basic shit. So I go and watch the movie. I get bored. I just so happen to skip it. I see two young niggas jacking each other off. I said, oh, hell no. I almost threw my computer off the desk and deleted that shit and didn't even look back. I was so horrified. So the movie is just, if they move a movie about heterosexual black man, that shit would not win no fucking Oscar. I saw a drama the other day about a heterosexual. It's a boring drama, romantic drama with black guy and girl. It's called like Premature. And it's not even, that movie is just about black love, heterosexual black love, and that movie didn't get nothing. So Moonlight, just because it's gay and they want to push the gay agenda, because the Illuminati wants to push the gay agenda for a double reason. The double reason is reduced population, 2 men, 2 women can't have a baby. because they want to reduce the population to 500 million. That's what it says in Georgia Guidestone. And also to push the whole debauchery of ancient Rome and Greece. They want to bring back ancient Greece and ancient Rome again. They're always trying to do that.
Them Greeks and Romans was getting down. Like they was doing a lot.
Yeah, man. That's even look at all their fucking paintings and shit. It's all niggas on top of niggas, man. So it's disgusting. But hey, I mean, you see, I know there's a white boy that did some gay shit the other day we got together, our military unit got together one time, and a guy who's Hispanic hosted the little get together at his house. And he's married, so he lives off post, right? So we go to the party, right? We start drinking, talking, playing beer pong, hanging out, chilling, right? This one white boy is laying, like a 20-year-old white boy is laying back on the ground, right? He's laying back, relaxing, listening to music on his iPod or his phone, rather. A late 20s white boy comes up to him and dry humps his face.
Ew.
And I'm like, I call it out. I'm like, yo, that's some gay shit, bro. Then this white boy, because he has a few beers in him, tries to jump in my face. I'm gonna have to punch the fool out. He's like, I'm 200 pounds. This dude is like 100. I'm 220 pounds. This dude was like 130 pounds. He would have got dealt with like quick. So it was just so crazy how sometimes these white boys that are gay, they be gangsta gays with it. Like a guy in prison, they'd be like, do some gay shit and then want to get mad at you for calling it out. I didn't call him a faggot. I just said, yo, that was some gay shit, bro. Like, chill. He want to jump in my face because of that shit. So the white people in homosexuality, man, you just have to say, man, they are really down with it.
Hey, man. Hey, I be seeing that. Like, I remember when I was at work and we had this white boy, his name was Matt, and he came to work telling me the story. He was like, yeah, we was playing spin the bottle and it landed on my homeboy. I had to kiss my homeboy twice. I'm like, what? I said, what the fuck? I said, what the fuck is you talking about? Then he said his homeboy and a girl took a shower, and in the shower, nobody popped the girl. I said, hold up. So y'all all just in the shower washing. Nobody popped the chick. I said, what the hell kind of shit you? Yeah. I'm like, bro, what kind of shit you on, man? And I be noticing, like, it's nothing against white. I'm not saying every white people like this, but I know when you get around a bunch of white dudes, like they be trying to get down like that. They be trying to do a lot.
And when you're a good looking dude, when you're a decent looking brother, man, they be trying to proposition a brother. Other day, man, I was in the hallway, right? And a white boy was like, yo, if you can get off work, man, if you get COVID. I'm like, okay, man, but I'm considering it. What I gotta do is like just kiss me and you'll get COVID. I was like, oh, sure.
And then you say you in the military, man. Yeah. So I when I was doing my time, I noticed that a lot of them white boys was on some gay shit when I was in the
they are, man. They are, man. There's one who got when I was in basic, man, I went to the military older, but there was a lot of white boys in 19, 20, whatever, like little kids, right? Like one was like 17. This 17-year-old white boy that's National Guard, right? Because National Guard, you can enlist at 17. Then you can go back and finish AIT when you're 18, right? So this little white boy, he's like from the South, like from Louisiana. This white boy was a ravenous homosexual, but want to hide it though. So he would try to grab your nuts or come up to you. He knew not to try that shit with me because he knew I was a body dude. If he tried that shit with the older brother, he knew not to try it. But with the little white boys, he tried to try it with the little white boys in his own age. But the straight white boys be like, yo, bro, slow down. And when he grabbed one white boy by the nuts, I knew the dude was a nice, weird, nerdy white boy, but he wasn't gay. He wasn't even cool with being around gays. He just wasn't gay himself. He grabbed his nuts and got a shark case by the drill sergeants. He got kicked out of the military for that shit. I was like, add me on Facebook after that shit. I'm like, yo, bro, you're a homosexual rapist, bro. I don't hang with rapists, whether you're gay or straight. So hell no, man.
But think about it, man. Have you noticed in all the black countries, like in Jamaica, you get killed for being gay. In Africa, if you gay in Africa, they kill you in Africa.
It used to be that way. Now in French Ghana, right? In French Cameroon, the French took over Cameroon, right? Because even the French are weak. They're weak for a European nation, but they're strong. They can beat any little third world African nation when they're still throwing spears in, or still with a few AKs and can't do shit. So they took over Cameroon back in the day, right? Now to get a job in the French government, they all speak French. So parlez-vous français? They all speak French, right? So the French government will say to you, they say, okay, Mr. Bantu, you're very qualified for the position. The only thing you have to do is you have to suck me off now to get the job. They say this all in French, of course. And this Artagini exposed this, how the French government, they are making... Hold
on. Who you say exposed this?
Irritated Genie. I don't agree with everything he says, but Irritated Genie is a black YouTuber. And he exposed this a year ago, where in French Cameroon, the French government will say to the black Africans that want to get a job in the government, you can get the job, man, but you have to suck me off to get the job. So that's why they're spreading so much homosexuality in Africa now. It used to be that way where in the original Africa, you get killed if you down with some pedophile shit and gay shit, get killed off rip. Mm-hmm. Now it's not that late no more. Now they allowing this shit because now I think Uganda is still on that kill gay shit, but everywhere else, then he was Robert Mugabe on some straight. He died like a year ago. Man, great African king. He ran the lesbians out of Africa back in the 90s because he said, yo, y'all can't do that gay shit here. Y'all can't influence our youth to be gay because I believe you can influence a kid, especially to be gay if you just brainwash them to be gay. I think the sexuality can be groomed by your culture. I believe that. I don't believe that you're just born with a sex. I believe that you're born with a sex drive, but you can be influenced to be gay or straight.
I think you can be born gay. That's one thing. That's me and you both been in school. You remember being in kindergarten as a little boy with his sucking his thumb and snapping his fingers like.
Yeah, I have an uncle like that where I think that some men have lower testosterone in the womb or whatever, and they're predisposed. I always say, I'll put it this way: you're predisposed. But I don't think this whole gay. Because think about it, in ancient times, because they wasn't allowed, you didn't see no gay. Because it's allowed now, you're gonna see more gay. Soon you're gonna see more pedophiles because it's gonna be allowed. Jeffrey Epstein said, I think they just threw Jeffrey Epstein under the bus because he probably pissed off Illuminati in some way. But he was really just doing what they do every day, fucking with little girls or fucking with little boys. They do that shit every day. They do that shit every fucking day, and they want that spiritual power from that Aleister Crowley religion shit. So man, and that's come from the Baphomet. We always talk about the Baphomet, the dual sex goat god that they worship that came from the Knights Templars and shit. That and then you go to Melvin the Stallion, man. That's their girls don't even know they're worshiping one dude called out SZA, right? This dude called the Brotherhood. He's a good YouTuber to subscribe to called the Brotherhood. He's a black dude with dreads. He was calling out SZA, the singer, right? SZA, she's ugly. It's kind of ugly to me. This singer, she's called SZA, right? She showed her body off in a bikini photo or lifted up her shirt. She's built like a man, like a crackhead, where she has that straight up and down tight body, and her hips are too low to her fucking below her navel and shit. Just juts out like a man's physique. Like a woman's supposed to be an hourglass that starts at her fucking belly button. A well-shaped woman's supposed to her hourglass. If she's in shape, her hourglass starts around her belly button. But a man is stripping down and our butt just comes out. That's the way she's built. She's stripping down, butt comes out. And so it's like, and then her childhood photos look like a little boy. So I'm like a little boy with like a ponytail or some shit. This looks suspicious as fuck. Because I really believe that some of these people are transgendered.
Have you seen Serena Williams and Venus Williams pictures and them when they was kids? They were some ugly ass little girls.
Man, I saw even
they look like straight little boys, man. That's like
in the 90s. I saw them, man, where they look like little boys, man, with feminized little boys.
Yeah.
Me and my brother were probably cuter fucking little boys than they were, man. God damn. So we were cute kids, but they were ugly as fuck, man. And what do you think about feminism, man? What do you think about that shit going on?
Man, I feel like it's a big plot to put the man against the woman. I feel like feminists, I'll be the feminist.
Exactly, bro. Because you think about it, how are women oppressed right now? They get if you marry a woman to get half the fucking house, to get the fucking house and the keys and the car and the kids, and then they talking about women are oppressed. How women are oppressed that?
I do feel like there was a period of time they were oppressed. You know what happened?
Yeah, I believe in America.
The men back in the day, in the 50s and 40s, bro, they used to beat the hell out of these women, man. Like they used to go read a book back in the day or watch some movies, man. Like they used to
honeymooners. I remember that shit.
They used to really beat these women's ass. So, but a feminist today, I don't feel like women are oppressed now. I don't feel like
no, they rule the fucking world.
I thought there was a period of time where they were, but as of right now, they call the shots.
Exactly. I think they're not. I don't think they control the Illuminati, but I think they are shot callers in our regular lives. What we see, women are fucking officers in the military, the CEOs of companies now. They're the fucking. They have all the power and little judges and big time judges and prosecutors now. So it's like crazy, man. How they trying to act like they oppress when, they're not oppressed at all. Paris Hilton, I think, is a man too.
Read this one right here.
Hey, it was a little boy on my daughter's b-ball team, and it was a all-girl team, and they had a boys' league right in the next gym. Sick parent was grooming these kids from the get-go. Damn, bro.
Yeah. That shit is crazy.
Back when I was a kid, man, there was a Hispanic pedophile teacher who would grab little girls and even little boys and hug them inappropriately and feel in their butt. And we were talking about 8-year-olds and shit, man. So you have a lot of pedophile teachers and coaches and shit in this world, man.
We had a pedophile teacher in the 3rd grade. Her name was, I can't say her name, but it was a female. But she was, I don't think she was, but she used to always rub on all the little boys, and her titty used to rub on my arm a lot. And I like that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. There's a double standard there because it's like we'd be like, yo, when a 6-year-old boy does it, we're just like, yo, man, get it in.
If I come to school and the teacher touching my son, I'll beat her ass. Bitch, really leave my son alone. I want my son to keep his innocence. My son 8. He ain't into no girls right now. He don't be watching no. When I was 8, I was full blown watching porn at 8. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah,
my son 8, he don't watch none of that shit. If a teacher,
I didn't start jagging off till I was about like 12, man.
We just said watching porn. We didn't say shit.
You started early. You were gunning at 8.
I said watching it, man. I ain't really start actually going to the actions until 12, but full blown watching. I knew what it was. But what I'm saying is I had to be the motherfucking teacher ass.
Yeah, real talk, man.
Shouldn't like that. Look to what you're talking about. We shouldn't like. I want you to go into that.
Hey,
my son. But yeah, man. It was a girl though, not a dude. I'm trying to read these people's comments.
Okay, word. Okay, read the comments.
But I got a question for you. How you feel about transgenders in other sports, like playing? Like, how you feel about a male playing in female sports? How you feel about that?
I feel it's despicable and disgusting. I think it's just the Illuminati agenda pushing homosexuality and the transgenderism God in the world.
My thing is, I feel like when people enforce that shit, I feel like that shit's stupid as hell. Like, how are you going to allow this young man to come on the track team and outrun everybody?
Exactly, man. We have in human beings, no matter what feminists say, in human beings, it's called sexual dimorphism. So a man, we're big. Not only are we are just different as our genitalia, but we're bigger, stronger, typically, and we're like an average man, a 200-pound man is going to be 5 times stronger than a 150-pound woman. It's just fact of nature. Just like other apes, male gorilla can beat a female gorilla ass all day long. The only mammal that I know of that the male is smaller is a hyena. That's a weird ass animal. So, but that's still sexual no more. But men and women are different. A man's gonna a mediocre male athlete is gonna walk the floor with a woman. The same thing happened with the guy who's Hispanic or maybe black or mulatto. His name was like Fallon Fox. He's a post-op transgender freak. He's basically a mutilated. It's all post-op transgender is a mutilated.
He was on UFC, right?
UFC beating women's asses in, kicking their shit in.
Hey, a female beat him.
Oh, it did? Okay.
Yeah, a female finally came out and beat his ass.
We need to check to see if she a man too, though. We don't even fucking know.
Nah, well, she was all out. Well, at least from what they told us, she was a female. But I was
happy. They tell us it's such a bullet man too, and I don't believe that shit either.
Yeah, Fallon Fox was going around beating women's ass. I'm like, when he finally got beat by a girl, I'm like, yes.
Well, one reason maybe also too, he actually cut his shit off, so he's losing testosterone slowly, but he still has the structure of a man. He still went through puberty as a man. So baby chains, show them baby chains. Hit that like button. Okay, yeah, word. Thanks, Corey. But yeah, man. Yeah, man, it's just insane to me because a man, he cuts his shit off. There's a transgender that you remember that video where Joe Budden was on this game show or this Big Brother type show. The Hispanic dude said that, yo, I was born a man, and it looks like a female. I said I was born a man and shit, and I went transgender at 20. He looked around like he was in a horror movie because he was just like, what the fuck? It's so creepy. You should be that crying game shit. You should be incarcerated for that shit. I believe it. I believe if you're a really elite, good-looking tranny. I mean, there's no saying good-looking tranny, but if you're one of those elite trainers who passes a woman, and you got the hormones, the voice down, the boob job, the fake Frankenstein vagina and shit, you need to be thrown in jail. If you don't tell your potential lovers you were born a male, you need to be incarcerated. That's my opinion.
At the end of the day, this is how I look at it, though. They get that fake vagina. They can't even use it.
No.
Okay, it looks like
it's an open sore.
It's an open wound. That's an open sore. God gave a woman a vagina. They like, this is the thing with doctors. Doctors cannot attach nerves. They can't give you a whole new nervous system.
No.
So they're not going to have the hormones to make it wet. They're not going to have the hormones to make it stretch. They're not going to have the hormones to even come or to even make it feel pleasurable.
Nope.
So they're not even going to use it. They got it just there for show. Like that don't make no damn sense. Like say
they have to put something in there. As disgusting as it is, I just heard about that they have to put something in there to keep it open because it will heal. Nature wants to heal it over.
Yeah,
because nature views it like if nature basically views it like you got castrated.
Why would somebody put all this time and effort in to do that? Like that makes no sense. It's like
no sense.
If a man, I'll have respect for it. If a man can go into the woods, get a cocoon, get inside of like a cocoon, like a caterpillar, and walk out as a woman. If we could have done that, I could respect it. But you got to take a hormone pills
that's
every
50 years
day.
now, and 50 years from now they will be able to do that, like Blade Runner. But
like, I'm talking about a natural process. That's what I mean. A natural process. From
no,
God.
you can't. No, not like fish. Like fish are capable of doing that in nature. Where if the male population gets too low, a fish can become male. But fish don't have penises typically. They just have fertilizing sex cells.
Yeah, that's
so they don't have a penis. They're a lower animal, so they don't have that. They don't have full intercourse like we do. But mammals, we have full intercourse and we have penises and distinct gender roles, distinct gender traits. And you cannot get around it no matter what they say. So no, a man can never be a woman and vice versa. They can put a fake womb in a man one day. I mean, artificially grow a womb or get out of a dead woman and put it in a man. It's still a man just with a fake one female organ in his ass. So it's just disgusting, man.
That shit, wow, man. Who are some celebrities you think that are trans?
Sandra Bullock, Mel Marvin the Stallion, Cardi Brian Gonzalez. Who else? I think some male candidates, or maybe even Tory Lanez his damn self could be a man, could be born a female. A lot of them, man. There's so many names, man, because it's just like you don't know, man, because they have hormones, they have ways to face surgery and hormones because the poor trading on the street has the little shit that we have access to, but these rich elitist trannies, they have a shit that we don't even have access to, because they have access to all this advanced technology and medical technology to really fool you, man, to where you won't even know you're looking at a damn man. Even Lupita Nyong'o, man, could be she's damn skin.
I don't know who this commenter is. They said they feel more comfortable in their body. But how can they? I don't know what they are. They alluding to? Are they saying that trans feel more comfortable in their body? That they're not.
That don't make no sense. A guy was breaking it down. That made no sense. Another YouTuber called Satan Center had an argument with a dude that believed in transgenderism, even though he was straight. He just was defending it. But he's like, suicide rates go up when they do the transgender surgery. When a typical poor normal person tranny does the whole surgery to do the whole crazy shit, cutting their shit off, right? Whatever they go male to female or male, and a woman can't even become a man at all because you can't make a fake penis at all. So anyway, so when they do the surgery, so it's male to female, right? They commit suicide at an alarming rate, man, because they still feel like a goddamn lie because they're a big ass man trying to pretend to be a woman. It's like the young buck train. You can tell not one didn't even. I don't think he did hormones, but you can tell that from all the way that's a man. And so there's no getting. It's like a guy in prison. The prison trannies looks like a goddamn man with some makeup on. So it's just like you cannot change a man.
I got a question though. So when they send a transgender male to a dude that turned to a woman, they send him to an all-female prison. When he's over there, do they still continue to give him his hormone medication?
I think they do. And also there's a guy, the Big Hurt, the prison YouTuber. He interviewed a woman and he said there was a guy that was transgendered went to her prison. So they now are allowing men, like the Orange is the New Black show, that are allowing men that are transgendered.
I've seen the story about it. It was a transgender and in the female prison raping the bitches. Like he was raping. Like, yeah, I'm like, yo, what the hell?
Even if he take his shit away, he might get still pleasure from fingering a woman. Maybe even if he cut his shit off, he might still get pleasure from fingering a woman. Just like pedophiles. If you castrate a pedophile, he will still grope a child. Even though you cut his genitalia off, he will still grope a child because as the sickness in his brain tells him to do that. So it's just sick, man.
Yeah, and somebody was trying to in the comments saying they don't think Angela Bassett's a man. But I'm gonna give you guys a story. I'm gonna give you guys what y'all tell me what y'all think about it. So, Whitney Houston's daughter, Bobby Christina, came out and was like, "Oh, Angela Bassett's a man. Michelle Obama's a man," and she started breaking the glass on it. And like a couple weeks later, after Bobby Christina said that, she was killed. And once I seen that, I'm like, yo, it could that could be right. And then Angela Bassett also played in the what's it, American Horror Stories, where she played like a transgender on there, where she had like a thing, you
That
know what
makes
I'm
sense.
saying? Yeah, so I'm like, damn, could she have been a
I've
man
not
this
seen
whole
that
time?
show. I haven't seen that show yet, but when I check that show out, I'm probably gonna be horrified because it probably is just they always try to link a nod to you that the truth in these movies. Like Jessica Alba has an famous interview where she said, "Yo, I'm a man." She's laughing and shit, but Jessica Alba, look at her fucking torso. It looks like a goddamn man's torso. Same thing with Megan Fox said back in the day. I'm a man. I'm an ugly tranny. She said. So she basically telling you the fucking truth in the goddamn trying to laugh it off because if people, oh, she could never be a tranny. She's too hot. Well,
Mhm.
all this damn surgery they got today in the Hollywood circles, man, they can have a tranny out there and you would never be the fucking wiser because it's you will never fucking know that is a goddamn tranny, man.
Man, I think something in the water, man. I
Also,
think
man, Alex Jones is right about that. There's so much estrogen in the water now that you have frogs turning into and frogs don't normally do this, but they have frogs now trying to mate with other male frogs now.
now that's true. That's
That's
true.
true. That's true.
There was a college professor. Somebody sent
Yeah,
me this story.
I said an interview. I was watching an interview of it the other day, but I didn't finish. That's
People,
very
he's actually getting death threats for breaking this story. He was actually like, "Yo, there's something in the water doing this, and this pharmaceutical company doing this as well, and they trying to."
Monsanto don't want to be exposed. Monsanto wants to do it intentionally, and also they don't want to be exposed because all the runoff is causing all this destruction. Because all these damn pesticides, we need to find a better way to grow food because all these damn pesticides is killing the fucking environment, man. And all these fucking sterile seeds they make for Monsanto, because Monsanto makes these seeds where they don't bloom with their own. This corn will not bloom to have his own corn seeds or whatever. They're sterile fucking crops, so you can't fucking. You have to call Monsanto again to get re-up from Monsanto. So it's just despicable, man, what they're doing, trying to turn nature into capitalism. When nature is about renewal, nature is not about capitalism. Nature is just about growing and thriving. Of course, people have to think if they have technology that's 10 years ahead, they can most definitely make transgenders look real. Hollywood is ran by CIA and gender swapping. Oh, man, facts, man. We need big ups to Signs of the Conscious Mind, man. That was very facts what you just said, man. Because I'm saying they have advanced technology compared to what we have.
Right.
And is advanced technology. You're ex-military, they have advanced shit. They don't ever show the private.
Shit, Justin Bieber ain't a dude. You notice, you know what I'm saying? Somebody, it was another channel, it was a female. She said, you notice he never ever wears like real jeans. He's always wearing joggers. It's real baggy around like the front, like he always wear MC Hammer. I'm like, damn, I never really cared to notice, but it was a video I'm breaking down called Yummy with Justin. I'm like, he is. I'm doing the Justin Bieber Illuminati breakdown, and when I do my Illuminati breakdowns, I watch all the artist videos.
You have a YouTuber called Frank Smith. Now, Frank Smith, all he does is take popular celebrities, right? He'll Photoshop them. He'll take a female celebrity like Sierra or like Britney Spears, right? He'll remove the hair from them, the long hair from the woman celebrity, right? What we think is a woman, right? He'll take off the makeup and he'll be like, damn, bro, they look like a nigga, man. All he does is just remove the makeup and the long hair from a female celebrity and look just like a dude. Like he got one celebrity, he did it to, I don't know this celebrity right here. He did it too, but his latest video, man. I'll post it in your private chat. You can post it in the channel because I don't have the channel open because I don't want to hear the echo. But yeah, man, he posted this where he did a really good breakdown on one. I think is the Arab dancer from Turkey. Her name is like Sofia Botello. I think she's a man. She was in the Mummy movie. Again, them trying to always say that ancient Egypt was ran by Arabs when it was made by black people. They always rely on that. But again,
they never show an ancient Egypt black. My entire life, they never.
They will never show it. They will never. They hint at it in Black Panther. Black Panther hints at it because Bass is an ancient Egyptian goddess who's a cat, but they'll never show black men and black women walking around in pharaonic garb and being kings and queens because they want to keep the black man down. Even when they first started doing slavery, right? They went to Africa and shot the nose off the Sphinx because the Sphinx nose it looks like your nose. It looks like my nose.
Yeah, nigga
they went there and shot that off because they want you to be oppressed. If you enslave a group of aliens that build an advanced civilization, you want to separate them from that. You want us to say you're nothing. You never built anything. You're a bunch of spear chuckers. Shut the fuck up and get to work, nigga. That's basically what it was. So they want you to separate from ancient Egypt. They will never show They'll show you Elizabeth Taylor as Cleopatra, which is accurate. Elizabeth Taylor, I mean, Cleopatra was white, but they'll never show you before the Greek invasion that ancient Egypt, black, walking around libraries, building sphinx and pyramids and obelisks and shit. They will never show you that ever.
They'll never show us with this type of nose, man.
No.
You know, Hollywood hate this nose. You know how many celebrities who are black who go to Hollywood get nose jobs? Like if I was to go to Hollywood, they'll make me go get a nose job. Like Travis Scott got a nose job. I don't know if people knew that. Tony Brand.
I think Denzel Washington's son, David John Washington, didn't get a nose job, but him and Idris Elba's only popular big nose black men celebrities right now that have a normal African American nose right now. Mm-hmm. You know, they have that.
It's real bad for the black females. Black females, they try to get them to fix their nose instantly. Yeah. They're not giving them.
Okay, Lil Kim. Look at fucking Janet Jackson.
Man. Little Kim destroyed herself. I don't know what the hell Little Kim was thinking. Like, you know, every boy who grew up in the 90s had a crush on Little Kim. Yeah. That bitch looks terrible now. I don't care what nobody say. That bitch look terrible. I feel like her face will feel like plastic. You know what I'm saying? Like
at least MC Lyte never did that shit. But that's the only MC I really respect is like MC Lyte. I really don't listen to female rappers. I'd rather listen to a female singer than a rapper. I just don't like women being on gangsta about sex. I just don't like it. But anyway, so I just don't listen to female rappers like that. But anyway, yeah, man, she looked like true facts, man. Jaeger, you do be master. Hey, Scott. Well, I don't know who you're talking about. But anyway, Armchair Revolutionary face reveal. Man, I can't show my face, man. When I get out of the military, I'll show my face. I'm a black dude, if y'all didn't know. I will say that. Cardi B just had one recently, I would want to say, said in recent live, she hated her nose. Oh, man, yeah, man. Cardi B, because the Dominicans have a lot of African DNA. They're just Spanish. They're actual white Spanish, maybe a little bit native and African DNA mixed together. So they kind of look like mulattoes. That's what the term mulatto came from, was it's Spanish for half black. They have mulatto and mulatta in Spanish because Spanish is a gender duality language. So, you know, a lot of Dominicans have self-hatred, man, because they raised by the Spanish to hate themselves. So it's crazy.
Hey, you notice that Spanish channels, if you look too dark, they don't want them on TV.
True, man. Spanish invented the whole term mulatto. That's how deep this goes. They invented the term because they call you it's a negative term.
Here's my thing, man. I want to ask your opinion. Why does the world hate black people so much? They hate us.
It's a cultic thing because when you steal something from somebody, you want to. That's what Walter Williams, his theory. He's 9 years old. He has more wisdom than me, so I'll just reference him. He says it's because they want to, because we were the founders of civilization, and they've sold the idea of a civilization from us. They wanted to destroy us completely. They want to just portray us as thugs. In America, we're portrayed as a thug, or portrayed as a spear chucker in Africa or wherever. So you just portrayed as, you know, just an idiot, buffoon, King Kong, Sambo. I call him the King Kong. The thug is the thug rapper, King Kong. I call the goofy ball comedic guy like, even I gotta say Martin Lawrence, the goofball comedians like Medea, Martin Lawrence, they're the Sambo. And then you have the Hoochie Mama stereotype, which came from slavery, which is Beyonce and Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. Even though if they're tranny or not, the real women go out and emulate that shit. No matter what they are, if they are trannies or whatever, real women are going out emulating their idols on TV and on the music video. So and then, you know, and one thing about it, what's up with all these hoes that they're mean, yet they're hoes? It's like, how are you going to be a hoe and be mean? You would be nice.
What are you talking about, man?
Yeah, man, I don't know what's going on here.
You said, how can you be a hoe and be mean? That don't make no sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, bro. But yeah, man, it's like I love the fact that, okay, Hollywood threw us a bone, right? They gave us John David Washington was recently in the movie Tenet, despite COVID, it came out. I saw the movie, enjoyed it, but I understood that movie had all these problems where the sound quality was messed up, and it was a good movie. It's called Tenet, T-E-N-E-T.
Oh yeah.
But I like that movie, even though I know the Illuminati is crazy and they make all these damn movies, but I like that it was a black man fighting the Russian mob to take over the world with the time travel shit. I like that whole setup, but it was the movie that's played with all these problems. I'm like, okay, so the first big black movie that's just a straight up black thriller by a major Hollywood white director. He's British, by the way. I think Christopher Nolan is British, who made the Batman movies, all that shit. He made a black man, the son of Denzel Washington, the lead role. But the movie had all these sound problems, a convoluted plot, and all that shit. It was a good movie to watch, but you watch come out the theater like, what the fuck did I just watch? Because it's so hard to follow. But it was a good movie despite all that. But Hollywood, man, it's so evil how they make Michael Jackson making himself white, the first black man die, white woman. Even though I'm a huge fan of his music.
You said the first black man died as a white woman?
Yeah, that's Michael Jackson. Huge fan of his music, but boy lost his mind. Boy lost his mind.
Crazy, man. Man dies a white woman. And yeah, they did Michael Jackson dirty, man. I want you to read. I want your thoughts on this question right here, though.
Do you think celebrities are cloned when they sell their soul, or do you think they get put somewhere and they clones be just living like you could answer that better than me? You're more expert in the clone shit, so I really don't know about the clone shit as much. I know that
I think they get cloned and the real one gets put away or killed because you can control a clone more. We can get you to do whatever the hell we want. We can put all your shit in your head. So
they put that in the video game series Agent 47. Agent 47 is the perfect killer because he's a clone with no conscience. So they put that even in fiction. So so he's a perfect assassin. So hey, man, it's just like I guess Kanye could be a clone at this point, and just that's why he acts so crazy. Because Kanye was more laid back in the 2000s, man. He was coming out with better music. He had Through the Wire. He had All Falls Down. He had some great Touch the Sky with Lupe Fiasco. He had some great songs he made back in the day, even though they're mostly just good samples of classic songs. But he made some good songs. Now his shit sounds terrible. He got that Kanye West.
Yeah, Kanye sound bad.
And then he got the tranny in the video with she's supposed to be a woman, right? But her name is Tiana Taylor. I think that's a big titty tranny, man.
Hey, A1, man, because they fixed all that lower area. They got rid of all that shit. Because here's my thing. What if all the women in Hollywood just got they dicks cut off and got vaginas now, and they can wear thongs and bikinis and shit freely?
Yeah, that's what I think, man. That's their
Tiana Taylor looked like a dude. People like, well, she had a kid. Do you know they got it where the dudes can have the kids now? They just don't push it out.
Did you see her have the kid? Is there a video of the birth coming out the vagina?
They don't push the baby out. They just do a C-section. But here's my thing. God didn't make it where a man could carry a baby. Our organs can't arrange like that. So I think it's impossible for a man to carry a baby.
I think you might be right too. I don't know how I think a woman, it expands around her. Yu-Gi-Oh! Maybe Yu-Gi-Oh! Showed that shit. Maybe Yu-Gi-Oh! Showed the ancient Egyptians is black but that's crazy. Most Japanese shows are anti-black, man. How many anime characters that are black? I know very little. I don't think of one black anime character. I don't watch anime like that. But how many black characters are there in anime? Japanese are very, all their Japanese, they make the anime where they have wide, big old eyes. When everybody know that Japanese people have, small eyes. Everyone knows that, man. But they don't make the anime. When we, Wayne, what's his name? Wayne McDuffie, who made like a lot of black heroes. He made the black superhero look like the black man. But Japanese cartoonists, they don't ever make their superheroes look like themselves. They look like white people. So Japanese have a lot of self-hatred, in my opinion, because their anime don't reflect the way they really look. And they bred for those eyes like that. So why don't they reflect that in their fucking cartoons?
Yeah, there's a lot of shit with the Chinese, but I want you to let's talk about. Somebody said this, so they say, so when we gonna step up? Cause we behind everybody's black people. It almost comes off as if we weak and some proxy pussy. Pussy got five letters in it.
Yeah, that is true. Pussy does have 5 letters in it. So anyway, so what is he trying to say, that we support every black person we see like Obama? Is that what he's trying to say?
No, he's trying to say that when we're gonna step up to the plate and come up as a whole, because right now we look upon as dumb and shit. And it's like, here's my thing though. I feel like that's why they put so much shit out with black people. Like I always say they don't care about the black adults. They're trying to attack the youth. So that's why we have all these rappers and singers and dancers doing so much extra outlandish shit, because they know the kids is looking up to it.
Yeah. So when Nicki Minaj go on stage and play with a dildo, it influences the girls and shit. But even though she might be a man, but I think that it is like we're African Americans. We're in a tough spot because we have 200 years of slavery, then 200 years of being oppressed. And then you have the white man, Dave Rockefeller. He already rich. By the time we're out of bondage, you have all white boys. They're already rich.
They billionaires. Man, they were making billions off of slaves, man.
Exactly, man. They ended slavery. Yeah, I know. They ended slavery, and still we come out of bondage broke, like a nigga get out of jail. We're broke, and then we're supposed to. And then all these celebrities, they'll do whatever. Will Smith willing to do whatever to be a celebrity. You know, Will Smith, his first movie was 6 Degrees of Separation, where he played a gay black man with a white boy. Mm-hmm. He was getting fucked in the ass by a white boy in the movie. So they're willing to do anything to make it in Hollywood because it's controlled by the evil white men control Hollywood. I mean, I hate to be racist about it, but it is real talk. White people really control Hollywood, and they control the Illuminati, point blank, period. All these white boys are like, oh, there's elite black. What elite black person is in the Illuminati? That's not just a familiar. I call them familiars. So they're not in the Illuminati like Jay-Z. He's not in the Illuminati. He's just an Illuminati familiar bitch boy. He's a familiar. He's not in the Illuminati. Jay-Z's not in the Illuminati. But the baby ain't in the Illuminati. They're just served the Illuminati. That's how they can make it big.
They're the bottom boys.
And bottom bitch boys. Familiars, man. They just serve the Illuminati. They're not in it. Mm-hmm. You know? So that's what it is, man. They're not in the shit. They just serve the shit, and that's how they make it. Oprah, she had no fucking power. Oprah has no fucking power. She's just a little plant to look like a black one's powerful.
Would you smash Oprah?
Man, I had to be fucked up off of liquor and have a hard on, man.
Man, I wouldn't do it, man. But Oprah, because Oprah said she'll touch little kids, man. I have to beat Oprah.
I would beat her ass.
Hey, Oprah need to get punched in her face saying a 7-year-old boy would like to get touched on. It feels good to touch on.
I love how you expose me.
When I see that shit come out her mouth, I gotta punch that bitch.
When you expose Chrissy Teigen, it's so crazy how all these female pedophiles and shit, Chrissy Teigen and shit, saying all that crazy shit she said.
Yeah, Chris, and people let that shit slide. It's like, here the thing.
Now the white boy said it, and they beat up on the white boy that said it. But it's good. They should just say that Jim Gunn, I think the white boy that said it, he was, taking off the Marvel movies for saying that shit publicly. And they ended Rick and Morty because a white boy did some crazy shit with a baby, like a baby mannequin. But Chrissy Teigen, because she's female, she get away with it. And that's all I'm saying about the programming feminism with the culture. Women can get away with carte blanche.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this, man. I heard some women talking about it was like I had my son, it's another little boy, and like the other little boy who was over there, she was talking about like little boys. She's like, yeah, his dick gonna be big when he grow up. He got a baby dick. He got a little dick. You see how big that little boy dick? I'm like, hold up. Y'all talking about this shit openly. If this was men talking about little girls' pussies, we'll be done for. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, you're talking about these little babies.
Women complain about the double standard that men can go out and bang 10 chicks it
wasn't her child's dick she was talking about. If you're talking about your child's dick, you see your child's. She was talking about a whole nother person's child's dick. Like, oh, his dick gonna be big. I'm like, lady, that's what the fuck.
That's crazy. Women get away with the pedophile shit. It's just crazy to me how women in our society can be run up and they celebrate it. When a woman gets caught being the pedophile of the news, they're all like, yeah, that boy was happy. Even if the boy is happy, he's still fucked up because you fucked that kid up for life.
Yeah, because now he's gonna be a hyper. If a little boy starts fucking at 13, he's gonna be a hypersexualized male chasing pussy.
Exactly.
He's well in his mid 40s. You know what I'm saying? Like, who knows?
Exactly. We don't live like in the ancient times where you die at 40, so you need to start fucking at 13, 12. We can slow down, man, because we can live potentially to be 80. So why are you gonna go ahead and fuck that kid up for life? And he's gonna be super fast. If he naturally wanted to fuck, at 16, then that's fine. But I'm saying the hypersexualization of a kid. And we don't view it, and because sex is different, because a woman's on basically the receiving side of sex. I get the double standard somewhat, but it's just fucked up how a woman can do whatever. In the military, right? A woman can go up to you and grab your nuts. If you try to put a sharp case on her, they would laugh you out the damn office. Now, think about you even look at a woman too long, and she don't find you attractive. She can hit you with a sharp case. You know what I'm saying? I was partying with a white girl one time. I was making out with her, feeling her titty, but she got too damn drunk. And I did not smash because I don't want no sharp case in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I don't not mess with a chick that get too drunk.
If you are a civilian, y'all know what SHARP is. It means sexual harassment, rape prevention. No, sexual harassment
and response. It's response. Yeah.
Response program. It's a program.
I think it's prevention.
Yeah, prevention. Yeah, it's a program in the Army, man. You gotta take a class on it every other damn week. You taking it out them sharp class.
And it's
So
all about y'all looking at niggas the whole entire time. It's not about women. It's all about looking at men like we're fucking sex crazy animal. So that's all it's about. But a man, if he's a good looking man, he'll never get a sharp case unless he do some crazy shit. It's all about
somebody
the
want to ask
ugly.
you this right here. They said,
I'm not one of y'all. They have a wrong conception about the Army. Like Dwayne would know this. Like your MOS determines kind of what you do in the Army. So not everybody in the Army is infantry. I'm in basically my MOS is basically a support MOS. I'm not going to say the exact. It'll give it too much away if I say the exact. I can tell my boy off air, but I'm not going to say on air what it is. But I'm a support MOS, so I'm not even looking to deploy anytime soon because of COVID and all this shit. There's nothing going on right now. I'm stateside, so I don't have to shoot nobody no way. So no, the only thing I got to shoot right now is maybe a target every 2 months. Shoot a fucking Green Man target, but no, I would not shoot a fucking. It would cause martial law for us to shoot a civilian. I mean, an American civilian, and also
I already told when I was in. I told my commander straight up. I said, y'all asked me to do some crazy shit. I'm just going AWOL, and y'all gonna have to arrest me because I'm not doing it. He's like,
exactly. That's why I feel.
I said, I'm not doing it. Hell no. Fuck no. I'll be quick to tell a motherfucker I ain't doing some shit. I don't.
Yeah, and the Army's quick to fucking throw you. If you break their rules, they'll throw you in jail. You get caught with a gun on post, get caught with weed, get caught with some shit you ain't supposed to have. You going straight to Army jail. They're not fucking around. But anyway, yeah, man. If they tell me to do some crazy shit, I'm not doing it because I knew that from the jump. I knew that when I signed the damn contract. I knew I'm only signing this shit just to get out of my opponent town. I'm not gonna do no crazy evil shit for the Illuminati because I have to live. Your soul is forever, man. You do some fuck shit, we have to live that shit forever, in my opinion. So I'm not doing some crazy shit. I'm never gonna be an evil stormtrooper where I do some crazy shit. That's point blank, period. And now other guys, they might tell them to shoot a civilian and take the guns, they'll do it. But I ain't never gonna do that shit. Never, ever. Give a fuck what they do to me. But yeah, man. Yeah, that's basically the Illuminati is just basically they out of control. Because what do you think the main agenda is in your opinion? What is the main agenda they want to push? Like, what's their main end game in your opinion?
Full control. Full 100% control. You know, you ever seen the cartoon movies where there's like a dude talking about I want to control the world?
Yeah,
I think I think that's really what they want to do. They want to control the entire world. They want to have everybody up under their finger. They want to control every human being as any way they can. They want to be in full, complete control. And I think they want to destroy the place. I really don't think. I think they are here, and I think they hate this earth and they hate human beings, and they want to destroy it and control everything. That's why I think they end game.
Whether they're extraterrestrial or extra dimensional or not, they do have a hatred of just regular humanity because they will just kill you, and they send all these men to war and they die. They're willing to kill you on the street. And they're willing to tuck in like the gay prostitute that was with Obama. They tucked his ass in a few months, man. That man was snatched up and gone as soon as he testified. So you were tucked. You know, look how many people they had killed for. I don't think she has any power, but Hillary Clinton had a lot of people tucked in, even though she don't have no real power. I think the Illuminati just does it for them. You know, they're little puppets. They don't let them be exposed. You know, they don't if their puppets going to be exposed, they'll tuck their ass in. I think any guy that want to come forward, even George Bush, the elder, they would tuck his ass in, you know, because I think young Buck Bush, he got tucked in that train that exposed him. But look what happened with that. That the trainee can come out and say, put a sex tape on you, you're done if you don't have the money to tuck them in. So,
yeah, man. They be doing a whole lot of different stuff, man. But yeah. But that's what I think. What you think the Illuminati end game goal is?
Oh, I think you summed it up, man. I think it's total control. They want to control your mind, your spirit, and your body. The Illuminati wants to control your mind, spirit, and your body. I mean, Prodigy put that in the song in 1995, man. And I still think that's true. They tucked his ass in too a few years ago.
Yeah. Hey, did you see Prodigy's last interview? What he was talking about?
I saw it. I saw it after you mentioned that shit in the last interview we did. Yeah, man. I watched it, and I don't remember what he said verbatim, but it was still like, yeah, he was talking some real shit though. Because for a celebrity to talk real shit, they know they're gonna get tucked in. They have to know. And then also there was one celebrity. It was Life Jennings was about to expose another celebrity, and Charlamagne said, "Oh man, slow down," because they don't want you to be ready to expose another celebrity. They'd be like, pump the brakes because they're like, no, man, you can't just be exposing are all evil cabal here. We're all Illuminati familiars. If you do wrong,
Right.
you're going to get tucked in.
Right. You're gonna get murdered.
It's like the mafia, man. You have made men and you have the bitch boys. So a made man could go up to a bitch boy in the mafia, slap the shit out of him, like Goodfellas shows you. Slap the shit out of him, and he got to take it. If you don't take it, he gets shot. Then you can get shot right there. So Illuminati is like the mafia, man. If you don't act right, you get tucked in. So
what's your thoughts on this right here? They said talk about Nigeria, SARS.
Oh, I think that could be one. Africa is being invaded by the Chinese businessmen right now. Are buying up everything in Africa before the Africans can build their own economy. So to buy a fucking chicken in Africa right now, you get a fucking ass of Chinaman. To buy a fucking food at all, you got ass of Chinaman. So it's just that's how they're being. But I think SARS is another little psyop like COVID is. I think they're taking. And probably, if it is real, a mild illness and exaggerating it to make people hysterical. Because SARS, I remember when SARS hit when I was a kid, man. It came and went in one summer. It was gone. So why is
there's a SARS outbreak in Nigeria right now?
I think that I was hearing about that. Yeah, I think there is, but I think it's a bullshit though. I think it's just more fear porn, in my opinion. Because the COVID is fear. We know COVID. If you watch Corbett Report, we know that COVID is fear porn. We know that COVID is not some serious disease, and they're just exaggerating it. And chicks still getting and dug out and shit like that you were not even married to before. So it's harder to hook up now, but you can still hook up with chicks right now. So it's like no one buys it. That goes to show you that no one's buying it.
I was out last night at a haunted house, and I was around 150 people. They made you sign COVID forms, and I came back home perfectly fine.
Exactly. That goes to show you, man.
Nobody had a mask on. It was 150 people out there. Nobody had a mask on. It's probably, if there was 150 people, 20 people had masks. So I really feel like this whole entire COVID shit was a hoax. You think this COVID shit was a hoax? You think it was
totally a hoax? I think if anything, it's a mild common cold they're labeling as COVID. I think that's what they're doing. Just like I think go all the way back to AIDS, man. And this isn't get nasty again, but the whole AIDS thing, it just comes from the gay lifestyle. It was a total hoax. No one how many heterosexuals die of AIDS? And you got a lot of guys out there with baby mamas fucking like they crazy, right? So the only heterosexual I've ever heard of dying of AIDS is Eazy-E, and then Suge Knight said he poisoned Eazy-E. He tried to play off the joke.
They stabbed Eazy-E with the
needle, with a needle with arsenic in it, and he died. And they act like it was AIDS when it's a fucking lie. AIDS test is known quackery. It says in the AIDS test you can't trust it, but it's just testing for anybody. You could just have a common cold, and you think you have AIDS. When it's just test for antibodies, it does not test for the fucking low T cells or having a virus called AIDS. It's never been isolated. The AIDS virus has never been isolated, and this is 30 years later. Never been isolated. So
what you mean never been isolated?
Yeah, HIV itself has never been, look it up, it's never been definitively isolated to cause. There's never been a virus called HIV that's definitively found that causes AIDS. AIDS is a syndrome. When you have AIDS, you're just labeled to have it. The doctor has to give you a survey. They say, okay, if you're gay, you're more likely to have AIDS. If you have bad immune system, you're more likely to have AIDS. If you do drugs, you're more likely to have, and if you're a gay man that does drugs and you just come in sick, they'll say you have AIDS when you don't really, they didn't even give you, and they'll give you an antibody test. If you turn for antibody, they'll say you have AIDS when that's not scientific. That's just bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? That's just that. It's just they have to get, why, if AIDS is a real disease, why do they have to give you a survey and ask you about your sexuality, your drug history, and your lifestyle choices? That means it's bullshit. AIDS is just a hoax to explain why people in Africa are starving, and explain why. And of course, the African over there starving, they're gonna have more diseases because they're not getting proper nutrition. That's why they have AIDS. Gay men in America have AIDS because they're getting all this random rows of random fluid in their place they're supposed to be, and they're getting sick. So of course you're gonna get sick because a man ain't meant to take all that stuff. At least a woman is meant to take it, but a man ain't meant to take it. So it's like that's why they get fucked up.
You think Magic Johnson have it?
No, it was total hoax why he had him having it. In 1991 he came out and said, I have AIDS. And the nigga didn't even look sick. Like Chris Cuomo, this nigga didn't look healthy as a fucking horse. And he's probably wanted to retire from basketball. When I said, yo, say you have AIDS to sell the fucking AIDS hoax to the people. And he said, okay. Now his son come out as a faggot. So you know he Illuminati.
Hey, I gotta answer this question. A lot of people in the chat was like, they family member died of COVID or something like that. Y'all notice nobody has caught a cold or the flu like that. I mean, I can't say nobody had.
You have they say your grandmama have COVID and then she die of she fall down and shit. She goes to the hospital. She have COVID. The chick died of complications of her falling down, and they'll say it's COVID. So I take that with a grain of fucking salt. I know the hospitals are faking these records, and COVID's a fucking scamdemic bullshit. Y'all can't. It's almost like when a mass shooting.
And then people be like, you know, they dad died. They dad be like 96. I'm like,
exactly, man. The average death from COVID is like 79 or some shit I heard. So that's the average death date.
And here's the thing, man. If you got COVID and they put you on the ventilator, they're not treating it right. You can catch COVID, but it's like this right here. Say you get strep throat. You know, strep throat can kill you.
I know.
If you don't get the antibiotics, you're not drinking fluids and water. So say you go to the hospital, right? You got COVID. They put you on a ventilator to help you breathe, but they're not giving you no antibiotics. They're not giving you shit. They're not trying to give you the hydrochloroquine, the zinc, none of that. They just put you on a ventilator. So of course the disease is going to kill you. The ventilators,
they're not giving the proper shit.
They're not treating you correctly. Of course you're going to.
Exactly. Back to AIDS though. The AIDS, when it came out, if you look it up, AIDS, there's a AIDS drug that came out when AIDS first AIDS shows started coming around, right? And blaming on homosexuals do crazy shit, and that's when they die. But it came out. They said that homosexuals are taking AZT, which is a drug that kills your immune system to try to stop the AIDS from killing you. But it killed the disease. It was called a black box drug. So the black box drug is a drug that kills you. It can kill a healthy grown man if you take too much of it. So that's why that's where all the AIDS deaths were coming from. Think about it, not even homosexuals are dying from AIDS like they were because they're not taking AZT anymore. I'm gonna take COVID-19 for a joke.
Hey, Brandon Allen, I'm gonna take it for a joke. I'm gonna
take it for a joke, man. A lot of old people believe buying the COVID. You know, it's us younger cats 29, 30, and 27.
I had pneumonia, man. I couldn't breathe for 8 weeks. I should be anybody say, hey man, don't go outside. You might. I can't even put that out there. Like, hey, don't go outside. You might catch pneumonia. Don't take pneumonia for a joke, y'all. It almost killed me. That's how you sound right now. I couldn't breathe for 2 months. I couldn't breathe.
They watch the news and they feed into the fear, man. And it's like,
hey y'all, don't go outside. Don't go outside. You're gonna catch pneumonia. Don't go outside. Like, come on, man. Like
that's like bullshit, man.
Pneumonia is just as contagious. That's how y'all sound right now. Like,
pneumonia's been around forever, man.
So who y'all supposed to sit in the house for the rest of y'all life because y'all scared to catch a disease? We all gonna die one day.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna sit here and become a germaphobe and worry about getting sick. I don't give a fuck about getting sick. I don't care. Like if it's supposed to be my time to go, it's my time to go. Like
I'm not gonna be walking around crazy like I'm Howie Mandel, walking around like I'm scared.
I'm gonna go outside, no mask, and then here's the thing: Walmart lets 1,000 people in their store a day. 1,000 people. 1,000 people. Walmart. If this COVID shit is so serious, there shouldn't be 1,000 people walking in Walmart.
Exactly. Why didn't any homeless people dying, man? I seen the same homeless lady when I went back home on leave. I saw the same homeless lady fine and fit as a fiddle. She always hangs out around the downtown in my small town. She's a big old fat homeless white lady. So why aren't these homeless people dying, man? I see crazy homeless people. They're fine. I mean, they're still crazy, but they're not dying. But
I like this dude right here, man. He be posting good comments.
Yeah, exactly, man. I've been saying that because the flu went away and COVID replaced it. That's all that happened, bro. He right on point with that one. So your other dude, the big homie, he giving in the fear right now.
Yeah, man, I'm not about to be sitting here worrying about going outside.
Yeah, that older dude, the big homie, the older dude, he was like, "Don't COVID serious, man." I'm like, "No, man, it's a bunch of bullshit."
I mean, don't get me twisted. If you got sick, I understand that.
Exactly. If you're 80 years old, you need to be watching it anyway.
That's like me getting sick and telling y'all, "Hey, man, I got sick. Don't go do anything." They be like, "That's you." Like.
Exactly. Everybody is different anyway. We all have I haven't been sick in a while, man. I haven't been sick really since I was in a training environment a few months ago. So I had my nose.
Okay, be real. Me and you both went to basic training. So in basic training, they give us a shot. Say, swear to God, a week later, we ain't sick. Everybody in our basic training camp got sick after they gave us a shot.
But also, man, it's just also the close proximity with random weirdo white boys and shit like that too. You're all these weirdo white boys on some weirdo shit, and they carry these diseases around. That's what killed Native Americans, man. Being around white folks.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. My basic training people. It was 240 of us. There was only 60 minorities. So it is 180 white people. I learned a lot about white folk. Basic, man. I learned a lot.
Me too, but I had a lot of homies in basic with me because I went just 1 year ago. So I went a year and a half ago in May. I graduated August last year. So it was more. There's a lot of people, a lot of African Americans, a lot of Africans anyway. So we were relying on a lot of minorities anyway. I don't know the exact breakdown like you did, but we had a lot of minorities. We had people from China, we had people from Africa, we had people from every fucking where. So it was a mixture. Because they said they want everybody to join the army today. The news makes it seem like if you go outside, you're going to fall out in the street. Yeah, that's the fear they're selling you. Chris Cuomo didn't have shit. He looked like an Asian male model talking about, I got COVID, when he looked healthy as a fucking horse. That happened in May this year. He came on the news and said, I got COVID, when he looked healthy as a fucking horse. You don't look like you got shit, man. But people, that's the whole thing, man. I think we're under a spell because most people, the news will blatantly lie to them, and they'll just accept it. Just like 9/11, JFK, and COVID, they will believe it.
Yeah, okay, so we seen Slim Thug with COVID. He lived. Okay, let's talk about the ones who died. So, Fred the Godson died of COVID, right? I feel like they mistreated him, and he already had a bunch of other diseases prior. Slim Thug got COVID. He beat it. Idris Elba got COVID. He beat it. A bunch of NBA players got COVID. They beat it. Cam Newton just had COVID. He beat it. Is COVID? I'm telling you, I'm really starting to think maybe some of the people just got like. If all those celebrities died, I'd take it serious. If they all died,
then the celebrities are the idols, man.
Tom Hanks got COVID. He beat it.
He's fine. He's old too.
Yeah, he's old. Donald Trump, 75, got COVID. You know, I think he faked his.
Yeah, he faked his. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but here's my thing: if all those celebrities died, I'd take it serious. There's 700 million. There's 7 million cases of COVID. 200,000 people died. That's not good numbers to me. If it was 7 million, 4.5 million, 7 million cases, 4.5 million deaths, I'll take it more serious. But I still won't take it serious because United States has 330 million people in it. 7 million cases ain't enough numbers for me.
Exactly. And white girls will tell you, I'll still fuck on COVID. I'll still make out. So it's like no one takes it seriously. Everyone's still doing what they're doing, and no one's taking the shit serious because it's a bunch of bullshit.
I like this comment.
Everything they say is fake, and they're very obvious and weak. I wish more people would notice things. The world would change in a day. Well, yeah, it would take, but people are that we've been It's like being it's like slavery. You're in prison, institutionalized in prison or slavery. You're so brainwashed, you don't wake up. You know, you ever heard the tale? My dad used to tell me this old tale of the elephant and the rope. You ever heard that story? The whole legend of the elephant and the rope is elephant was captured as a baby in Africa and sold to the circus, right? And then they tied a rope to him and they chained him up to a rope and they put him on in the circus, right? That they would beat his ass and he would hate it. He would want to escape. He tried to pull the rope as a little baby elephant and couldn't pull it. And one day, even though he's just as a baby elephant, he just gave up pulling the rope. When he grows into a big elephant, he's so broken in his mind. He's big and strong now, but he cannot break that rope, even though he's a big and strong elephant now. So if you're brainwashed as a child, you can be big and strong, but you will not break that rope because your mind is broken. So that's the legend of the elephant and the rope, man.
I don't know if you remember when we was kids, they had like a MRSA. Remember when MRSA came out?
Barely, bro.
Had us washing our hands, all types of crazy shit. It's about you can catch disease.
I didn't. They probably push that more on you. They didn't push that so much, man.
I feel like with the power of social media, the news is taking foot. They could with social media, you can start a fire now with social media because all you got to do is fill somebody's news feeds up with fake memes. Because a lot of these memes y'all watching and reading are fake memes. They're not real memes. Go fact check some of them. So if you feel like when we was growing up, they couldn't do what they're doing now because they didn't have social media.
No,
with social media, you can keep a lie going. We all check our social media every day. A lie can get told.
The Zoomers, the boomers watch TV. The Zoomers watch their fucking Facebook feed.
Yeah,
these kids are growing up your son age, and the kids are and the 20-year-old, even-year-olds, like people born in 2001 and shit. They're gonna grow up. They grow up with a smartphone in their hand since they're age of 10 at least, if not younger, because they grow up with a phone in their hand and they're just addicted, get hooked on porn early, and they get hooked on social media early because they have it in their fucking hand at this point. Bam, you got it right there. Got the whole fucking internet right there in your hand right now. So you can fill your mind out with lies. If you don't watch truthful shit, If you don't watch Corbett Report, if you don't watch truth channels like us, you're gonna be filled with fear and lies by the time you're fucking, 10 years old. You're already scared of the goddamn shadow. So it's like they're just make everybody a fucking scared little bitch.
I want you to read that right there.
Dwayne, do you remember this? Investigation reveals inflated Florida coronavirus numbers that show 100% positivity. Yeah, man. I give this. I live in Florida. When I go and leave, I go back to Florida, and the COVID rates are. We can tell they're inflated. And all right, man, Commander had to sign off on it, and we know it's bullshit. The COVID number in Florida is just inflated bullshit, and that's my opinion. But I think it's a bunch of bullshit.
We got OG Scotty Blink's gonna be on the episode November 2nd. I'm gonna have OG on here. He's gonna be
okay, cool, man. I want to look forward to that.
Yeah, he's a truther as well. But
I can't wait for that interview. Yeah, a lot of good truth.
I like this guy here too. I need to get him on the show. Signs are for the conscious mind. I need to get him on the show. He said they're catching the flu and pneumonia, and the doctor's telling them it's COVID. That's all it is. I got bronchitis and been fine this whole time smoking weed.
Word. I think that's very true, man. Conscious mind. I think that's very true. They label them. Doctors are. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, man. He's not smart as fuck. Appreciate that, bro. But yeah, man. COVID is a bunch of bullshit. Oh,
November 10th. I had the dates mixed up.
Okay, man. COVID is a bunch of bullshit because it's like they're just saying they can just take the flu and just say, "Oh, you have COVID and you have symptoms because you have the fucking flu." So it's like a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, I think this is just all for the election, man. Leaving how they pitching it, it's like, yo, black people died the most of COVID. You're gonna vote for Trump, who didn't help you out when you was going down. I'm like,
what the fuck?
They spinning.
What statistic are they pulling this from? A bunch of bullshit in CNN statistic. What the fuck are they pulling this from? More people died.
They say that people saying, you know about Joe Biden's son's Hunter Biden? They're saying his videos is out.
Okay, he had a sex tape, right? I didn't look this. I don't want to say.
You know about Gosling Maxwell? You know who Gosling Maxwell is?
Yeah, right? No, she's a girlfriend of Jeffrey Epstein. Her
files is unsealed now. We can go up and look them up. I'm ready to look them bitches up.
Yeah, look them up, man. Because I was watching the documentary earlier this morning. I was watching the Epstein documentary of the. You have to take those documentaries to grand salt. It's called Filthy Rich Epstein Story, but it's exposing. It can't fully show you the Illuminati, but it shows you how the elitist white man thinks. He can just set up a massage parlor, have 15-year-old girls come in there and jack him off and fuck him. So
yeah, he was a sick dude, man. Jeffrey Epstein was a wild dude. I personally don't think he dead though.
I don't think
he did.
I think Trump. Man, I'm convinced that Trump is all these elite politicians. They be going to these pedophile parties and fucking these kids, and also they have the good Bohemian Grove celebration, bro. I think Trump down with it. I think Biden down with it. I think all of them, Republican and Democrat, down with the whole Bohemian Grove shit, where they go to there in California once a year. I think they just had it. They go to California in the late summer and fuck male prostitutes and fuck kids and sacrifice a kid to the owl god. That's what Hillary Clinton blew up the Moloch shit, didn't she? She brought it up for no reason. Moloch. She brought Moloch in an email. Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, she had them up. They said we're gonna be sacrificing chickens to Moloch.
Yeah, that goes to show you right there. They could mean chicken. They could mean baby or some shit. They don't mean an actual chicken. Probably they probably mean an actual kid or some shit. So they say that shit like a game, like a kite in jail. They'll use code. You know what I'm saying? They don't say actually what it is. They're using code words. So they throw off if you do catch them. If you catch them later.
But here's the thing: they should have. Why you got Moloch in your emails? If somebody was to hack your emails right now, would they be able to see Moloch in it?
Nope.
No, they're not going to. The average person don't even know what a Moloch is. They're like, "What the fuck is a Moloch? Is that a video game character?"
It's a superhero from a comic book.
Yeah, people gonna think that Moloch is from a video game. They're like, "I don't know what the fuck a Moloch is," and for her to have that shit in her email, talking about nobody jokes about that shit, man. Like,
it's crazy. That's completely insanity. And I think they're just throwing her to the wolves because she was the ringer to lose to Donald originally. But yeah, I think that Camilla Harris, you got to watch out for her. If Biden wins, they're gonna kill Biden or let Biden die in office, and she'll take over. So that bitch is evil because she let those pedophiles fuck them boys in the Catholic Church and didn't prosecute those motherfuckers, man.
Nah, even in Haiti, she got a missionary. Go look it up. Just type in. I think this is what I typed in. Look it up. I think it was Hillary Clinton. I just typed in Hillary Clinton missionaries or missionaries in Haiti. A group of missionaries in Haiti got charged with child trafficking. Hillary Clinton got them off and sent them back to Haiti to go back down there. Remember when the Haiti earthquake happened?
Yeah,
That's why I be thinking HARP. There's a HARP that can control the weather.
HARP is that electrical station the military got up in northeastern. It's like near Washington State, I think.
I think they control where the fuck these earthquakes happen, and they can use when they want to. Because Haiti got hit bad, we all came over to aid Haiti, and they got free black organs. That's what they went over there and said, "Hey,
the Dominican Republic and Haiti are on the same island. Why didn't it hit Dominican Republic? It never hits Dominican Republic, which is a more European-controlled country, Spanish-controlled Dominican Republic, but it always hits Haiti, an independent country that they kicked the French out, and that's why they still speak French, but they kicked the French out during that revolution with Bookman Duddy and all those motherfuckers, man. So they did a great job of kicking those motherfuckers out, but they have no economy. So they're fucked up. And that's why Pat, what's his name? Pat, the crazy preacher dude on 700 Club said that Haiti's evil and shit. He think Haiti evil because it's an African country, it's a black country that they don't answer the white man directly like that. That's why they hate it.
Yeah, and then I just noticed it was just crazy. I'm like, so they went to Haiti and got free black organs, like
that's what they love, man. It's like Get Out. It's a documentary, man, because they want the black man's our vitality. They want that. They want our organs and shit. Yeah, man, he is down with them boys. He is 1%. He might be a reptile too. I don't know about the reptile thing. Sometimes I think the more I look at it, sometimes I think, well, maybe David got a point, or maybe he is a shill to mislead us astray. But the more you look at it, sometimes it is thing like maybe they are men, maybe they are fucking reptile. It's like They Live. You ever seen the movie They Live?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like that could be a documentary at this point. Where the fucking
Mr. Brandon Allen, I wasn't trying to come at you about the COVID thing. I really hope you get better, man. He said he on oxygen. You know, he said he had COVID, but I really hope you get better. You know what I mean?
But how does he know he has it? He's just told by a doctor he has it. He don't know what the fuck he had.
Man, I'm just sending my prayers out to him.
Exactly. We're gonna send him wishes, man.
Yeah, send the best wishes, man. Y'all put y'all best wishes for Brandon Allen, man. Hope you get better. You know what I'm saying? But we about to be coming down to the end of the show.
Yeah.
You want to speak on?
Oh yeah, well, speak. And what is your? I didn't watch a full Flat Earth video. So what did you come to about Flat Earth though?
My theory on it?
Yeah.
I feel like we ain't in the spinning ball, man. I feel like all the numbers they gave us was Masonic numbers, like the Earth being 93 million miles away from the sun.
True, bro. That's true.
We sitting on a 666 axis. I don't feel like that was by accident. You know, I mean, a lot of those numbers that they gave us.
The Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn, if you add it up, it equals 47.
Mm-hmm.
That's really.
You watch a lot of Gematria Effect news?
Yeah, I watch him from time to time. I don't trust Stu 100%, but I do watch him from time to time because he's such an egomaniac, though.
He boring as hell, man.
He's boring, and he's an egomaniac. He's like, I'm the best fucking truther. If you're not talking about Gematria, you're a fucking retard. I just hate all that shit.
Don't get me wrong. He know his shit. The way he break the numbers down, that shit be accurate. But after I listened to him for like a good hour and a half, not even an hour, like 30 minutes.
Homeboy will be what pisses me off about Zach. He'll predict something wrong and cover it up. Like we all knew that Zach said that Hillary Clinton was going to win. Now, if he was such a gematria master, I know that was like 4 years ago. But if he was such a gematria master, even back then, why didn't he predict Donald was going to win? He only said one. He made one video where he said Donald might win, and then Donald won. And then he's like, he took down the Hillary Clinton videos. He was saying Hillary Clinton was going to win for months. I was there. I was watching his all the way back then. I was watching his previous channels before he got taken down. But yeah, man, he was saying, Hillary's going to win, and the email leak is just a bunch of bull. She's going to throw you off, and Hillary lost. So I don't trust his. I don't trust the way anybody can break down and say learn gematria and break down an event and say these numbers are relevant. But he's never been able to predict shit. He only can say on this date something might go down. But nothing goes down.
He did predict LeBron winning the 17th ring when LeBron first signed with the Lakers in 2018. He did predict that accurately. He did.
Okay. Well, I guess I can give him that. If he predicts something accurate and sports related, he might be right on sometimes. You know, a broke clock's right twice a day. So who the fuck knows, man? And what's that saying before I go? But I think the Earth is round. I just think they're lying to us about a lot of shit, though. That's my opinion. But yeah.
Hey, you said what?
But before I let you go, man, so do you think that they are going to do you think that Illuminati is ever going to like just say fuck it and just like nuke the world or some crazy shit, or is they just gonna do like tiptoe us like slowly?
I think they're gonna tiptoe us over. The whole idea, I think they use the idea of them nuking us to keep us scared. But look, this is how they work. The Illuminati is a group of lazy individuals who cannot survive in the sun, so they need us to work for them. They do not want to do no work. The people that build their homes, build their structures, everything, they are lazy as fuck. If they nuke the world, who's gonna work for them?
That is true. They have to have a slave race.
They gotta have somebody to enslave. So I don't never believe they're gonna nuke. They will scare us like they're gonna nuke us, and they probably might nuke. Like when they nuke Japan, that was just to give us. Was it Japan they nuked?
Yeah, it was Japan. It was Japan. They nuked them because they're not white.
That was a way for them to show the world what they're capable of doing with nukes. Will they ever do it again? I'm pretty sure they're gonna do it again to remind us, like, hey, motherfuckers, I can drop an entire
like that nigga in the nice gun in your hood. He might shoot one nigga, but he don't shoot that many. He just want to send a warning shot. He don't want to.
Almost like every once in a while, my kids, I gotta remind them that daddy's crazy than a motherfucker. Yeah, I'm nice. I gotta break some random shit. Like randomly, if my kids acting up, I would just get up and break something randomly. Like it could be like a bunch of plays. Like, hey, y'all motherfuckers, get the fuck out. I just snap. Like my kids gotta realize, like, yeah, daddy really about that shit. Like, I think the United States, the Illuminati might drop a nuke to let us know that they bout that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think they're ever going to destroy the entire population. No,
I didn't ever think that. I'm thinking like drop a few nukes and they could like not like fall out, but just like nuke a few motherfuckers, like nuke a state like in North Dakota and just say, oh, they say a terrorist did it, but they did it.
Yeah, I think they'll do something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Once they can nuke everything, but see, they got entire cities underground. I'm talking about
they got silo cities, and they're fully like they live nice, man. Where they have these, they showed it one time on this documentary, like Discovery Channel. One time they show these underground bunkers, and they're nice as fuck, fake sunlight. Mm-hmm. That's where Tupac and them go. These when they fake their deaths.
Mm-hmm. They go to underground bunkers.
Yeah, they go down there, and they're happy as fuck.
They got everything they got up here.
Yeah. They got everything, so why the fuck would they be sad?
But then I remember a story about Hollow Earth where the Nazis went down there and they said they found another sun. Like they went inside the Earth and there's an entire world up inside the Earth. It was like a sun, a moon. It was like everything. I'm like, it's a far-fetched theory.
Yeah,
but it was like
Earth, man. They put life imitates art, so that's the way it really is, because they had put that in the movie Journey to the Center of Earth, where it's all Jurassic Park down there and shit. Mm-hmm. There's a whole other world down there probably, and we don't even fucking know about it. Mm-hmm. That's why they could probably make an earthquake from down. They set off a nuke down there, boom, make an earthquake.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah, but Armchair, yeah, man, I've got to end this up, man. Okay. Hey man, this was an excellent episode. I would love to have you on again. You know what I'm saying?
After you having a few more guests, change it up, and then I'll be back, man.
Yeah. I think hey y'all, next week, October 27th, I'm interviewing Roberto Conspiracy. I don't know if y'all know who that is. He got a little conspiracy channel. He's going to be on here. Then the week after that, it's a young artist. I forgot his name, but he's going to be on. Then November 10th is OG Scotty Blinks. So every week I'm trying to have somebody different on the show, but more than likely, Armchair Revolutionary, we got to chop it up in November or December.
I'll be happy to be back, man. And it's great. I really thank you for letting me on the channel, because I love having be able to bounce the ideas off of somebody else. That fact, we don't agree on everything, but we agree on so much. It's just great to bounce this Illuminati breaking this shit down, and from the black man's perspective, and just in general, like the fuck is going on? It's just crazy. Mm-hmm. It's just crazy.
All right, man. I'm about to end the podcast, y'all. Y'all be safe. Thanks for tuning in.
Good talk to you, man. Right.
Take care. Hey, man. So what y'all think? Y'all think y'all like that, man? I need to bring it back on the show. What y'all think, man? I need to know. Armchair Revolutionary, that dude, man. I like him. Know before you talk, do the homework, people. Shouts out Tina88. Shouts out to everybody showing love in the comment section. Shouts out to everybody showing love. I really appreciate everybody Rachel Boswell, I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? You coming in. Shouts out to Beats by Christian. Eli Smooth, you a fool, man. You been talking shit the entire time. I'm about to end this shit. I gotta get up. I just want to say thanks to everybody for showing love. Y'all wasn't rude tonight. I really appreciate that. Shouts out to OG, Mozzie, a man named George. I appreciate that. Sincerely, Aries. She was in the building showing love. Shouts out to Spiritual J. You know, Abdullah Kent. Eli Smooth, man, you been talking some shit. Shouts out to Maria Fox. I think she's from London. Shouts out to Alta Anesthesia. Shouts out to everybody showing love. But I'm gonna have him back on the show again. Like I said, y'all, next week I will have Roberto Conspiracy on here October 27th, man. Matter of fact, in 3 days, he's gonna be on the show, man. Y'all be on the lookout for that. It's the boy Dwayne McClain. I gotta be out of here. Y'all be safe, man. Let me see what somebody else said. No, I'll be playing. Y'all be safe, man.